mastermind behind Stories of Our Lyris, and the mind behind the Greater Companions trilogy. Now, before we get started, I just wanted to say a special thank you to the Art of Lynn Redder and Echobird Social for sponsoring tonight's show, to Sarah Bostock for running our social media, Altaz of Stormwind for being my confidant, my assistant, Melody McClellan, for keeping me sane, and to my patrons on Patreon, without whom this show wouldn't be possible, especially Derek Hardley, Haiku Maven, John, better known as You Bearded Bastard, on our Discord, and our very own patron, Tara Hall, who is our latest volunteer stage manager. Without you, Tara, this show would not be possible. Now, let's get down to business. Because Zoom is Zoom, we will not be singing live, but using pre-recorded music that was recorded on various at-home devices. And no, we will not be lip-syncing. When we do, more often than not, we look like a badly dubbed movie, and we tend to lose all emotional connection at the worst possible times. You'll have to settle for actors emoting with just their eyes. Now, if an actor is holding up a fist during a song, it indicates that this is not their voice on the track, but that it is their character singing. We also have American Sign Language in the show. When using sign language, the actor will simply raise their hand to indicate that that line, in whole or in part, will be signed in a fully staged production. Should OBP or Stories of Our Lyris ever hit the stage, none of the sign language will ever be subtitled for the audience. It is just another layer to the riddle that is the world of our Lyris. Please keep in mind that this is the first reading for many of these actors together. Think of it as a table read. We may have to stop and reset again at various times tonight, as, other than a quick technical rehearsal, these brilliant actors have never read with each other before. Good news, we are live on YouTube, and we also have our Discord up and running for a live chat. Some versions of the show are longer than others. After all, there are over 130 different possible incarnations of the show. That's right, you heard me correctly, 130. So we can only estimate that the show will be approximately 3 hours and 10 minutes with one 10-minute intermission. It is, after all, an epic fantasy musical. And finally, this is a Pick Your Poison production where you, the audience, choose the path of the companions. Your first choice begins now. Do we begin in the flame-spun rooms, the home of the hideous hag, or do we begin in the glade of Paranor, the home of the beautiful druidic enchantress? Choose wisely, adventurer.
infinite shelves of the Library of Present Histories, there perches one distinct tome. A tome that tells of a long-forgotten world where all of the universes converge into one. Within this mystical tome lies a legendary map. A map that ties together all of the known worlds. We begin outside the flame-spun ruins, where Kytius Westwind, a hero of great renown, seeks what is to be his greatest challenge yet. He has returned to the home of the Seer, a horribly disfigured hag who, should he retrieve certain items at great peril to himself, was to give him the foretelling, a powerful magic that reveals the path most plausible to achieve any stated desire. And in his company, Khulgar, Thundertree's son, a powerful yet earnest barbarian of the north.
Scene 1. Flamespun ruins. Kytius and Khulgar stand side by side as mist rises around them.
Kytius, I don't think we're alone.
Protect the items at all costs. We didn't come this far to lose them now.
Gotcha. But if it comes down to saving you or the items...
No, look at me. You know what to do. Save
the
me.
Items.
No, we can get the items again. Save me.
Right.
Just then, moans can be heard from the mist. A band of undead soldiers rise as Kytius and Khulgar get ready to charge. Khulgar lets out a bellowing battle cry.
Taco!
These undead just won't quit. Someone's got to be controlling them. They're pretty much invincible.
They're not. I can still see them.
My apologies, folks. We're going to start again. Keelan, if you could
That's not
reboot.
what that means.
If you could reboot, your internet is lagging and we can't hear you. So thank you so much. Actually, I'll take over the role until you pop back on. Thank you so much. My apologies, folks. This is what technical glitches happen on Zoom. So we'll take that scene again from the top. Khulgar, if you could give me that line.
Kytius, I don't think we're alone.
Protect the items at all cost. We didn't come this far to lose them now.
Gotcha. But if it comes down to saving you or the items...
Look at me. You know what to do. Save me.
The items.
No! We can get the items again. Save me.
Right.
Just then, moans can be heard from the mist. A band of undead soldiers rise as Kytius and Khulgar get ready to charge. Khulgar lets out a bellowing battle cry.
Taco!
These undead just won't quit. Someone has to be controlling them. They're pretty much invincible.
They're not. I can still see them.
Yeah, that's not what that means.
Kytius and Khulgar fight for their lives. With every strike, Khulgar yells, "Thako!" Eventually, the battle comes to an end. The Seer is discovered amidst the broken ruins of a time that once was. She gives the companions a rather sarcastic round of applause.
Very good, Kytius Westwind and Khulgar Thundertree's son.
She knows my name. How does she know my name?
There's little I can't see, Thundertree. You have my items.
We have the items you asked for. 1 troll's head.
2 displacer beast testicles.
Tentacles. A bag of holding. And 1 ballad about love.
That's not what I asked for.
That's exactly what you asked for. 1 troll head, fresh, might I add. 2 displacer beast tentacles. Very hard to hit displacer beasts.
It's right there in the name.
And a bag of holding. By the way, never put a bag of holding inside another bag of holding. Bad things happen.
Sorry about that.
Apology accepted. And 1 ballad about love. Okay, look, lady, I risked my life,
Mine too.
his too, for these items, and we are not leaving until I get the 4 thingy.
The seer inspects the items and then touches Kytius suggestively.
I want more, Westwind. So much more.
Just give me what I came for.
Aren't you forgetting something? The book, Kytius Westwind.
It's just a stupid blank book.
You're a stupid blank book! But no book from the Library of Present Histories is blank.
This place is weird.
Give me the book.
Khulgar gives the seer the book. As she opens it, thunder and lightning streak the sky. Khulgar readies his weapon and steps away, guarding Kytius.
A foretelling is what you came for, yes. But with this tome, there's magic in excess. I can make sure you obtain that which you desire most, Kytius.
Ow.
A foretelling tells you how you might get what you want. A prophecy, on the other hand, gives you what you want. A wise and powerful choice, Westwind.
Do it.
En-PeaSee, Kytius, En-PeaSee. The pages are rewriting what was and what is. The power of time is in my hands. I am one of 3.
Just give me the prophecy, lady, all right?
The prophecy is as the prophecy was, the prophecy has always been. He will. Shake the elven rogue off the path to defeat his foes and face the wrath. This is where his sojourn begins. He will walk the path until the twins. He will hear the heralds and miss them all, then start the rogue to the sepulchral. The one will fall deep into the clutch of the one he longs to simply touch. He will find that she is lost when they step the permafrost. Among him friends the bard, the dwarf, and by his side the mesomorph. They will go far off the beaten path, through mountain, hill, through snow and strath. Then all will be as he desires, this heart fulfilled when he acquires. And when he does, he pays the cost. No one he loves will then be lost. That is all I see. Now leave me be. I am both less and more than I was before.
That was weird. She got a bit handsy there.
We shall never speak of this again. Are we clear?
Clear. The foretelling said someone was going to fall deep into the clutch.
It's obvious. This rogue is going to fall in love with me.
You're lucky. Everyone loves you.
Yeah, not everyone.
You want to grab Anaax for the quest?
Can you not call it a quest? It sounds so formal.
You want to grab Anaax for the... not quest?
You heard the woman. We need the bard.
Anaax the Bard was often found in various inns performing for the patrons. He had sadly fallen on difficult times and was now deep into debt with the wrong sorts.
Padded leather, studded leather, padded leather, studded leather, padded leather, padded leather, studded leather. I'm ready. What would you like to hear? She was born of mist? The Ballad of Night Eyes? Or maybe The wizard beneath the steps?
Sing the bear with no hair!
Uncultured louts. The bear still has hair. There once was a bear, and his tail was grisly. He had so little hair. What he did have was frizzly. He once killed a man when the rain was all drizzly, and so we all fear the bear, the bear, the bear with no hair. He'd maul you to death, your blood on his paws, your smell on his breath, your head in his jaws. I'm playing here, and no one is listening. That guy's beard's in his beer, and his eyes are glistening. I've got a new lute, and it longs for a christening. So why am I here? I long for adventure, but not near the danger. Face a goblin or two with some backwoods ranger. The man stalking towards me is definitely a stranger. Is there a song you'd like to hear?
You suck!
I'm sorry, I don't know that song.
Play toss a coin to your witcher!
You can't be serious.
I don't like your mouth.
Well, that's fine. It's usually my eyes that people find attractive.
You want to die?
Want? No. Sense my imminent doom? Yes. Don't hurt me.
The stranger advances as if to strike Anaax as Kytius and Khulgar enter.
Sit down.
Anaax sits.
Not you.
Kytius! Khulgar, your timing is impeccable.
He said, sit down.
Khulgar, subdue the man.
Khulgar knocks the stranger out and is a little embarrassed when the stranger isn't moving.
I think I subdued him too hard.
Well done. You should use subdue for your new battle cry.
Okay? Subdue.
Excellent. It's better than the one he has now.
What one does he have now?
Thaco. I don't even know what it means.
I do. It's complicated.
Look, we need a bard.
Oh, who doesn't? Us bards are jacks of all trades.
And masters of none. Don't look at me like that. Remember that time you wanted to be our spellcaster? How'd that work out for you?
I could have sworn Skywrite was going to be a useful spell.
Yes, you as our spellcaster didn't really click now, did it? Look, are you in or not?
What?
I said, are you in or not?
Let me grab my things.
The stranger starts to rise.
On second thought, let's just go.
They exit through the house as Kytius tells Anaax of the encounter with the Seer.
Anaax, one of your specialties is riddles and wordplay. Thoughts?
The first part is easy. To seek the rogue, go off the path.
We have to go to the inn called Off the Beaten Path.
Very good, Khulgar. Now, any rogue worth his salt will know thieves can't.
Thieves can't what?
No, big guy. Thieves can't is a type of language that thieves speak silently between them like this.
Besides, Kytius has herpes.
What did you say?
I said, Kytius is the hero we deserve.
Oh, show me how to say that.
Anaax does. Hilarity is set up for later.
Right.
Scene 3, Khazz Town Square.
The companions made their way to the Khazz Town Square, where a herald stood upon a dais, gathering the townsfolk near.
Hear ye, hear ye!
He will hear the herald amidst them all.
Stop.
Attention, adventurers! Be you warriors, mages, clerics,
And bards.
rangers,
And bards.
sorcerers,
And...
druids,
And...
paladins,
But...
farmers,
Butt farmers.
children,
this is getting a bit...
latrine workers,
That was low.
tax collectors,
I probably just forgot about bards.
and bards,
At least bards are on the list.
who are not on the list.
I would have put you on the list.
Thank you, Khulgar.
Ahead of tax collector.
The Queen seeks your aid in a grand adventure.
We're in.
It will be perilous
Oh, we are out. Kytius, you didn't say anything about peril.
and lucrative with treasures beyond imagining.
We're back in. We're back in.
Oh, Herald.
How do you know his name is Harold?
Oh, that's not his name. That's his title. He's a herald. Excuse me, fine sir. What do they call you?
Harold.
Not your title, but your name.
I am Harold the Herald.
I stand corrected. What is it we need to do to be chosen for such a grand adventure?
You need to stand before the Queen, list your accomplishments, and swear your sword to her. She will then choose only the best adventuring group.
Look no further. I lead the best adventuring group for any quest.
I'm sorry, you do not qualify.
What?
What?
Though the Pathfinder PHB 3.75 states, any adventuring party less than number 4 is to be considered a trio and not a party. It is impossible to be a party with only 3 people.
You've obviously not seen me party.
All those adventurers that do qualify must make themselves known to the Queen Steward at the keep of the apex of the midday sun. Good day to you all.
Among him friends the bard, the dwarf, and by his side the mesomorph.
Go off the beaten path then.
No. We have to make a stop first.
Scene 4. The Yawning Portal Inn. Eris sits alone at a table as a man approaches.
Hey, I know you.
I'm sure you don't. I just want to drink in peace.
I do. Seen you before. I never forget a face. It was you, all right. And your
That was
friends
another dwarf.
came into my
another
village
time.
all high and mighty.
That was another dwarf in another time.
It was you.
And I'm saying it wasn't.
Listen here, you little...
Little? Is that a size joke? You're used to being on the other side of that one, aren't you?
You of all people think you can insult me?
I just did. You know what's great about you?
What?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
That's it.
The man makes his move. Without standing, Eris takes the man's knees out. He falls to the floor.
By the 12. Will you just let me finish me mead in peace?
This place looks just like the last tavern we were in.
Hello, Eris.
Hello, Anaax. Khulgar. The man tries to get up. Stay down! Eris boots the man in the side.
Anaax, can you tell Eris that I came to offer her a job?
Are we seriously doing this?
Doing what?
Eris, Kytius wants you to know that he is offering you a job.
She really can't hear him.
She can. She's just mad at Kytius for the last time.
Remind me, what happened last time?
Besides the obvious, you mean? Kytius called her a beardless gnome.
I said she looked like a beardless gnome. I meant it as a compliment.
And he kept asking if she had her moon blood.
What? It's the name of her axe.
You can tell Kytius that I'd be happy to accept the offer if you two are coming along for the ride.
Great.
And
He apologizes.
I'm sorry?
There, he said it.
No, that was an I'm sorry, as in I'm sorry. I'm never going to apologize.
You just did it again. You apologized twice.
No, I apologized nonce times, as in none apologies.
Even I know that nonce isn't a word.
Oh, good for you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to not apologize again.
Kytius, the foretelling says we need Eris.
Foretelling, huh? That means you do need me. And I'm not budging until you actually apologize. Besides, some humility might do you good.
Kytius Westwind never apologizes.
Then Eris Bolterock isn't coming on your wee foretold adventure.
Kytius.
Fine. I'm sorry.
For?
Well, for saying you looked like a beardless gnome.
Thank you.
But I do have to ask, do you
What?
have your moon blood?
Anticipating Eris's reaction, Kytius exits in haste.
I swear by the 12!
Eris exits. Meanwhile, still on the floor, the man speaks up.
Can I get up now?
If you're down there, my friend, you're down there for a reason.
Eris doesn't suffer fools nightly.
Lightly. Suffer fools lightly.
That doesn't make any sense.
My friend, I love how you look at the world.
With my eyes.
With your eyes.
Scene 5. Off the beaten path.
The companions made their way to the inn, off the beaten path. If Anaax was right about the foretelling, this was where the rogue was to be found. En-PeaSee, the proprietor, greeted the companions with his effervescent smile.
Greetings!
And his charming lisp.
Companions?
And a limp.
What a pleasure to see you and the rest of the team. What a joyous day this is. No, I won't be a moment. Make yourselves at home. As if you wouldn't.
En-PeaSee, how lovely to see you. Now take your time. We have some inquiries to make.
The companions made themselves at home, but Khulgar was all business. Soon he found himself struggling to talk to a pretty lady.
Excuse me, rogue, need one elf man. Boobs, face, lips.
I'm sorry?
Nonce apology needed.
Khulgar, that's not how it's done. You can't be all ham-handed. No, you need charisma. Well, the ladies love charisma. Anaax, accord if you please.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Kytius. I'm looking for an elf. A rogue, if I'm to be exact. Not the kind I normally attract. A man of great ability to search for traps so silently. A seer said I might find him here. And by all accounts, he may be queer. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's many ways to skin a cat. He must be able to pick some locks no thieves can't, and clean some clocks. Do you know a man such as this? Perhaps a name in exchange for a kiss. I'm Kytius. As I said before, you've heard of me, I'm pretty sure. No? Nothing? Hero of Baldur's Gate, killed a dragon outside of Whiterun? Right. Ladies, let me tell you who you're talking to. A Lannister has less revenue. Strider's a hack, and Potter's on crack, and Geralt sniffing roach glue. I'm the hero of the realm. I know that you're a little overwhelmed. Don't be shy, I'm a regular guy. Just look inside my helm, and I'm here with you right now. And there's a field that I like to plow. I'm not talking about farming, I know that I'm charming. You've got some claws, my dear. Meow. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Yes, my name is Kytius, the hero of the realm. Hip, hip, hooray!
hip, hooray! Let's hear it for Kytius, the hero of the realm.
I'm an actual hero, my dear, you can tell by my adventuring gear. And let's face it, my stats make it quite clear. Enix, stat call, stat.
Strength?
I can lift a boulder.
Dexterity.
Blink behind my shoulder.
Constitution?
I drank a poison for lunch.
Wisdom?
I always have the right hunch.
Intelligence?
Smarter than I appear.
Charisma?
You tell me, my dear.
Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Let's hear it for Kytius, the hero of the realm. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Let's hear it for Kytius, the hero of the realm.
I'm Kytius, and I'll say it again. I'm twice the man as all other men, and on a scale of 1 to 10, sweetheart, I'm an 18. I'm the hero of the realm. I know that you're a little overwhelmed. Don't be shy, I'm a modest guy, and I look good without my helm.
You don't even have a helm.
Just go with it, it's best for all involved.
I'm a real hero of the realm. All the rest will certainly underwhelm. Ever since, my dear, there's a lap right here, and I'm standing taller than her
Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Let's hear it for Kytius, the hero of the realm. Hip, hip, hooray!
Shh.
Not on your life.
I'm sorry, what?
You couldn't pay me enough.
For the record, I have never once paid for the company of a lady.
That's not exactly true. There was that time in Lannisport.
You shut up. That was a dry spell.
And that time in Styria.
It was a very dry spell, but regardless, I have a new hairstyle now, and I think you and I could get along nicely.
You are not my type.
Oh, into ladies, huh? No shame in that.
No, if you must know.
I mustn't know, but I'm certainly glad you told me your business. And speaking of business, not that I don't enjoy pleasure.
Oh, if you like pleasure, how about we play a game? Oh, it's called Critical Hit, where I manage to sever an artery and you bleed to death.
Sorry to disappoint, Sugar Snaps. I'm not here to flirt. I'm here for business purposes only. Playing games will have to wait. En-PeaSee, I'm in search of a man.
Well, that's your problem right there.
An elven rogue, to be exact. I was told he might be here. I need to offer him a lucrative position. And I'm going to give him a load.
You don't hear yourself, do you?
Of coin.
There isn't one.
What? Except for me, I could be a rogue if I wanted to. I do a little bit of everything. I'm good at picking pockets and stealing things from people. Not anyone here, of course. just bad guys. I steal from bad guys.
En-PeaSee, look at your adventurous scroll again. There must be some mistake.
Nope. Vax'ildan was the only half-elf rogue to come through here. And, well, he's dead.
That's not possible.
No, it was a gruesome death. It's totally possible. There is an elf rogue, however, but it's a woman by the name of Rhoswen.
Aye.
No. Check again.
Kytius, not only is she the only elven rogue, she's the only rogue.
Kytius, did the foretelling expressly say it was a male elven rogue?
No, not expressly, no.
So tell me about this lucrative position, Kytius, hero of the realm, so I can turn you down.
Will you excuse me for just a moment, Sugar Snaps?
Pulling the companions over to speak privately.
No, I hate her!
I don't think it matters if you like her or not, Kytius.
What did the seer say, exactly?
In the prophecy, she said...
Whoa. What?
Prophecy?
You mean foretelling?
Yes, that's what I said, the foretelling.
Good, because those are two very different things, Kytius.
Yes, no, the foretelling... seek the elven rogue off the path and start the rogue to the Sept crawl. And then she goes on to say he'll fall in love.
So, It doesn't say the rogue is a he. You just assumed that.
Well, who is he, then?
Obviously not the rogue.
Then who's going to fall in love with me?
Sounds like you already have. Now I think it's time you start making assumptions, lad.
About the prophecy?
Foretelling?
Foretelling?
About everything. Right now, all you know is you know a few wee words and a catchy melody.
He also knows that the Seer gets a little handsy.
We agreed not to talk about that.
Talk about what?
Nothing. Any more private information you want to share?
Like that you pick your nose when no one is looking? No.
You are a piece of work, you know that.
Thank you.
Not a compliment. So, what do we do?
You bring her on board, if she wants to come along.
Well, she probably won't want to now.
No, but you can always ask.
I thought dwarves and elves hate each other.
They do, but I'll play nice if she does.
Fine. We'll offer her the position.
To Rhoswen.
We would like to...
I accept.
Wait, what?
I accept.
Why?
Because making your life miserable is my new lifelong ambition.
Oh.
Pretty lady made a joke.
Him, I like.
I like you too.
Well, whose side are you on?
We're all on the same side now, like it or not.
Wait, we don't even know if she's any good. How do we know that you're any good?
Rhoswen pulls out a dagger.
What's that?
Your dagger.
Leave it to an elf to try and steal things.
Leave it to a dwarf too.
Wait! I am the leader here, and...
He arrogantly signs, Kytius has herpes.
And you're proud of that?
Very.
And you are?
Anaax passion at your service.
Well met, Anaax. If you teach him any more thieves' cant, I will have to kill you.
Noted.
I'll admit that teaching him Kytius has herpes is amusing.
Thank you.
So, Kytius Westwind, Anaax passion, and you are?
Eris Boulderrock.
Me.
Rhoswen. It's a pleasure to meet you two.
There's 4 of us.
I know.
The White Palace of Khazz was known for its fortifications and connected marble spires soaring high into the heavens. Thanks to Kytius's quick wits and leadership, they were able to slip by the former, then navigated the latter thanks to Anaax and his intimate knowledge of the keep.
Scene 6. The Palace.
If we get in to see the Queen, whatever you do, don't mention her sister.
Why?
Her sister, Aasira, has been exiled upon death, pain of death, and anyone who even mentions her name can be jailed, or worse, executed. The steward's quarters are right this way. Oh, did you know one anagram of the word steward is 'twas red?
Oh, no. And I don't care.
May I help you?
Just the person we are looking for. We are here to be seen by our beloved monarch for the grand adventure, but we seem to have gotten lost.
And we're not mentioning her sister.
If you are here to be seen for the quest, you must wait in the queue outside until the midday sun with all the other adventurers.
We don't do queues?
In line, then.
No, we don't do lines.
I'm sorry, but no one will be seen before the apex of the afternoon sun tomorrow. Good day.
Look, what's your name? Steward?
Stuart.
Stuart, that's funny. We just met Harold the You don't care. Anyway, look, Stuart, my name is Kytius Westwind, and my companions and I really need to see the Queen about a quest. I promise to make it worth your while, and if you get fired over this, my friend Anaax over there, wave Anaax.
Hello.
Is the scion of none other than His Radiance Dalinar Kholin. He will give you a nice, cushy position in his household where you will want for nothing. Now, how about that quest?
Wait here.
Scion of Dalinar Kholin, huh?
Yeah, sometimes you have to improvise.
Wait. I thought we weren't supposed to call it a quest.
Oh, not their quest. Not our quest, their quest.
We are not supposed to call their quest a quest?
No. Yes.
Oh, that's very clear.
That's enough out of you. Look, their quest you can call a quest. Our quest we don't call a quest.
But you just called our quest a quest when you said our quest.
Wait. Isn't their quest our quest?
The big guy has a point.
Yes, no, I mean that their quest is our quest, but it's not the same quest. You know what? Everyone shut up! How's that for a quest? The next person to mention a quest is going to get a sword upside the backside. No quest!
Pardon me about the quest.
Yeah, I've got it handled.
The curtains open to reveal the throne room.
Her Majesty Queen Noctis, Princess LaFrena, the nobles of Khazz.
The house
I
lights
present
come up
to
in the
you
audience.
The companions.
You come before me prior to the allotted hour?
No, you were first. We came after you.
Aren't you charming?
Thank you.
Again, not a compliment.
What makes you think you are worthy of an audience with me, let alone my quest?
Martha, let's hear them out. What harm can it do?
Your Majesty, we are a uniquely talented team of adventurers suited for any quest. I assure you, we are what you seek for this adventure. My team is made up of the following.
Khulgar, Thunder's son, barbarian of the north.
Eris Bolderok, fighter of the Dwarven Kingdom.
Anaax Passion, a performer, lover, and bard, a jack of all trades.
And master of none.
Why does everyone have to say that?
And last but certainly not least, who might you be?
Rhoswen, rogue.
Is that it? You don't want to... Okay, and I am Kytius Westwind. My name precedes me, I do believe.
No. Have you no healer in your party?
You don't need a healer if you never bleed.
Ah. And how do we know your rogue is any good?
Your Majesty, she is exceptional. She stole my dagger earlier to prove a point, but now that I know her little trick, I won't let it happen again. I will rein her in. A good leader knows his team's tendencies, and now that I have her pegged, nothing will get by me.
Rhoswen hands Kytius his stolen dagger back.
Again.
Mother, if I may, this is Rhoswen of the Elves. She stole the Ring of Khazz simply because she could. I do love palace intrigue. When this is all over, you must tell me the story. Is it true you are the fabled daughter of night?
I'm no assassin, princess. But, Your Majesty, I am the best rogue in Khazz.
Good. Very well, Kytius Westwind. You seem to have an adequate party, but I shall leave your fate to the wisdom of our nobles.
A shrewd choice, Mother. You give the nobility the choice of their heroes.
I don't trust her.
Which one?
Either of them.
My beloved Carson nobility, I leave it to you. What traits do we most admire in our heroes? Do we celebrate those that take initiative outside the stated rules of engagement? Or do we teach them a lesson and have them wait in line with the rest of the adventurers?
Those that value initiative, say aye. And those of you wanting to teach them a lesson...
The nobles have spoken. They have chosen. Initiative.
Very well, Kytius Westwind. You are to seek out the Amulet of Katara.
I'm sorry. Did you? I thought you said the Amulet of Katara.
She did.
Well, what's the Amulet of Katara?
Only the most powerful artifact in the world.
And the amulet is in the clutches of Titan Ka. We must get it back. Titan Ka will do everything in his power to destroy Khazz. Retrieve the amulet and you can name your price.
1,500,662 gold.
Done. You have half a cycle to see this complete.
That was a very specific amount.
No, it was a joke. I was making a joke.
By the 12, Kytius.
You've got to be kidding me.
So sue me for mum's sake. I was trying to bring some levity to the moment, Miss Sticky Fingers.
Why are her fingers sticky?
Companions, I would also have you know, but it cannot be confirmed, a new faction calling themselves the Whispermen of Tomorrow are rumoured to want the amulet. Our informants cannot confirm anything about this new faction. However, if discovered, you are to report back with any and all intelligence. But looking at you five, that might be difficult.
Oh, good one, Stuart. But seriously.
I'm always serious.
Oh, I can tell. You're so fun. I bet you call out your own name during...
Kytius!
Never mind. Look, Stuart, we only have half a cycle to do this. What if we fail?
You will be executed.
Oh,
this should not come as a surprise. Surely with the reward you demanded, you knew what the consequences of failure were. You have 150 days. Godspeed.
Scene 7. The Rough Ride Tavern back room.
Sio dedice pecto.
A vision of Titan Ka begins to take shape in the mirror.
Greymark, report.
Yes, my lord. She was in the city, but she's left with the half-elf, Kytius Westwind.
I see.
And my lord, she travels with the barbarian and the dwarf.
The barbarian and the dwarf. Gifts for us both, it seems. And where are they headed?
To find the amulet. Do you want us to intercept them before they discover the orc encampment?
No. We'll see how far they get. Watch them and report back. I will stay close to the town of Tristan. In the meantime, I've received word that Miss Cherrylike requires your particular talents. Tell me, Greymark, your source inside the palace, how reliable are they?
Terribly.
The steward steps forward from the shadows.
Ah, very good. Well done.
Don't you dare harm my head!
You are in no position to be giving orders, Stuart. Now, tell me everything.
The companions, at Kytius' direction, decided to travel cross-country. Time was now of the essence, and it was imperative to get to Titan Ka as fast as possible. But where was he? Anaax, as is often the case, had an answer.
Scene 8. The road.
Titan Ka's camp is reportedly somewhere near the spine of the World Mountains. We should, at the very least, head in that direction, find out what we can discover as we go.
What do we know of this Titan Ka?
Titan Ka is a powerful warlord that has his hands in everything from gladiator to household thralls to assassination.
To keep your voice down. Khulgar.
Right, I'm sorry. The Khazz consider the number 13 as lucky, so he'll have 13 captives or 13 wives, that kind of thing.
Noted. Anything else?
Well, now that our path is set, I have good news and I have bad news. Which would you like first?
I'll take the bad news.
Well, rumour has it that he's gathering an orc army to fight against the Queen. We are going into the belly of the beast.
And the good news?
Well, it feels good to be back together again.
The companions made good time across windswept fields, ancient forests, and rugged canyons. For weeks they travelled north towards the spine of the world. Then one night, after the companions made camp.
Scene 9. The Dream. A flashback. Kytius stands alone in the middle of a deserted square as a young woman approaches.
I wouldn't travel alone at night if I were you. There may be some folks out here with bad intentions.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. If they're as bad at skulking as you are, I'll have all the notice I need.
For what?
For this.
Sorshala casts a whole person spell on Kytius.
That's not fair.
What's not? You threatening a woman all alone at night, or the spell? You're lucky I didn't stop time.
You can do that?
Oh, even over great distances if I have to.
That's really cool. Look, lady, I just meant that you might want to be careful.
I'll take it under advisement.
Thanks. Can you unmagic me?
Not before you tell me why you're out here. The truth.
There is someone I've been hired to take care of.
You mean kill?
No, I mean take care of, look after, but I think she's just looking at taking care of me.
Why would anyone hire you to look after me?
Because you're important to them and I'm the best at what I do.
You're supposed to be the best.
Oh, I'll admit you got me. But I got you. So shall LD meet my companions?
Kytius awoke with a start.
Scene 10. The camp.
Kytius, are you all right?
Yes, I just had a dream about,
Sorshala. That's why you're doing this, aren't you? You got a foretelling to give you the chance to be with her. Does Eris know?
I do. Why do you think I'm here? You've not been the same man since she left. And I think I can speak for all of us when I say we'd kind of like the old you back.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. It's just...
Kytius, seeing Rhoswen, puts his guard back up.
We leave within the hour. I want each of you to take a brief scout in every direction, and whoever takes the rear, cover our tracks as best you can. I don't want anyone following us.
They go off to their respective duties.
Anaax, how does magic work?
That's a very good question, Khulgar. My magic needs music of some sort to work. For instance, I could play the pipes to sow confusion amongst the enemies, or I could play the lute to soothe others into a magical sleep.
Would you put me to sleep?
Not without your explicit consent, my friend. Besides, everyone has a natural resistance to magic. It's called their save or saving throw. The more resistance, the higher their save. I think you have a high save.
Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
You won't tell anyone?
My friend, I don't kiss and tell.
We have to kiss?
No, it's a figure of speech. It just means that I won't tell anyone what isn't their business. It's usually used in a different context, but I think it's fitting here. Your secret is safe with me.
I'm afraid of magic.
You? Do forgive me, but I have a difficult time believing that you would be afraid of anything.
I'm afraid of being a slave again. And I'm afraid of magic.
I can help you with that fear, if you like. All magic is analogous. In that it needs something to work, power from your god, or, as in the case with clerics, or physical compounds like sulfur for a wizard's fireball. In my case, I need music. To help you not be afraid of magic, there is a simple spell I know.
What's it called?
It's called, it's called The snap your fingers spell.
Ooh, sounds scary.
It's not. It's not. Whenever I snap my fingers, I am able to change what your name is.
Show me.
Kytius, Eris, Rhoswen, come here. I need your assistance. This is called the Snap My Fingers spell. It takes the percussion from my fingers and makes them into harmless magic, which helps those who fear magic, which Khulgar does not. Start to understand magic. Follow my lead. All right, every time I snap my fingers, Khulgar, your name will change. Nancy.
Well, Nancy, how do you feel?
That's amazing. Do it again. Again.
Roderick. What's your name?
Roderick. How did you do that?
Blackdow. Drizzt. Perrin.
Richard.
You don't have that power.
No, but Rhoswen does.
Me? Her?
Sure.
I'm not sure that's a power I want.
And that's why you should have it. And now you're back to...
Khulgar.
It's good to be home.
All right, that's enough. Let's get back at it.
You see, Khulgar, magic isn't to be feared, it's to be marveled at.
When I'm with you, Anaax, I won't be scared of anything anymore.
I know that feeling, my big friend. I know that feeling well.
Thank you, Anaax. I better go scout. Or Kytius will get mad.
East or west?
That way.
East. I'll take west.
Khulgar claps Anaax on the back and moves on to scout ahead. Rhoswen approaches.
You put a lot of trust in me back there.
Not really. I see the way he looks at you. And I see the way you look at him.
And how do I look at him?
With your eyes. As for magic, it's all about belief. The more you believe in it, the more it works. Ironically, the more you understand magic, the less power it has over you.
The more you believe in it, the more it works, huh?
Exactly.
That works for people too, you know.
I see what you did there. I wasn't always like this, you know. Scared.
What happened?
I made a wrong choice once, and someone I cared about got hurt. Someone I cared about deeply. I used to be a hero, fighting against evil. Now I am a shadow of the man I used to be.
You can get back there, you know. Bravery doesn't mean you're not scared. It just means that you still act in spite of being scared.
I didn't think of you as the philosopher type.
That's all right. I didn't think of you as the hero type. Look, next major town or city we hit, go get yourself some good leather armor. At least you'll look every inch the hero. And then maybe you can start to believe in yourself like the others do. Like Khulgar does.
I might just do that. Did you know that an anagram for Rhoswen is hers now?
Is it?
And Khulgar is Rag Hulk.
That's really cute and kind of appropriate.
My favourite one, though. My favourite one. Eris Bolderock is Disrobe Locker. Here she comes.
Anaax, you best get scouting.
Yes.
You know, Elf, I know you're always listening in on our conversations even when you're not a part of them.
It comes in handy in my line of work.
You know what comes in handy in my line of work? Trust. I have to trust that those I travel and fight with are on the same side. not an aside all to themselves. Now listen closely to what I'm about to say, because I don't mince words.
You do not seem like a word mincer.
If there is a moment where it comes down to you or them, I won't hesitate to bury my axe in you.
You're so much fun. I'm surprised you're not married.
I was married once.
Buried your axe in him too?
No. But I buried my axe in the dozen men that did.
A dozen?
Aye, a dozen. One day my past came a-calling when I wasn't around. 12 men came and killed my husband as a sign to me and those I loved.
By the 12.
Aye, by the 12. I hunted down his killers and I taught them a lesson. 12 armed men against me.
You went up against 12 men and lived.
And won.
Thank you. Thank you for that fascinating look into your life. Face it, I'm growing on you.
Like a fungus.
Scene 11. Outside the Orc encampment.
Khulgar made his way, scouting east for a short distance, when he stumbled upon something that grabbed his attention.
Yeah, a pretty flower. Maybe a pretty lady would like you. Mama used to say, a gem is given, but a flower is chosen. That's why it's called picking them.
Sounds of drums can be heard nearby.
What's that?
As Khulgar looked through the trees, he saw what was sure to be a slave caravan run by a small number of orcs.
Slavers?
Just then, he saw something glinting amongst the flowers, but before he could bend down to pick it up, he discovered a lone orc watching him.
Hey, little one. I don't mean you any harm. Just be quiet.
The orc understood what Khulgar was saying, but only knew 2 words in the common tongue, yes and no. Then Khulgar asked,
Are you going to raise the alarm?
The orc said no.
That's a good orc. Just be on your way now. I was never here.
With that, the orc disappeared, and Khulgar picked up what he could now see was a golden ring. He slipped it on his finger. It fit perfectly. Then he made his way silently towards the caravan.
Scene 11a. The Orc encampment. Khulgar makes his way to a clearing where he sees orcs in a tribal war dance. He watches in the shadows for a while until he sees that they have prisoners. Khulgar exits, at which point the war dance stops and the orcs follow. Scene 12. Back at camp. Khulgar rushing back into the camp.
Slave caravan.
What direction? How many?
Maybe 5 orc warriors.
5? We can take 5, no problem. How many thralls? Khulgar, how many slaves?
10.
All right, we have enough provisions for 10.
That doesn't seem like a lot. Usually they have dozens.
Yeah, well, they don't have dozens, do they? They have 10. Weapons at the ready. We attack!
The slavers enter, armed to the teeth.
My, what have we here?
I told you, Khazz. I saw the big one and it clicked. Follow him one and he'll lead you to more. They look like they could be gladiator thralls.
Titan Cole's going to be happy when he sees his new toys.
Now, we don't need no trouble.
Feign fear.
No feigning required.
I told you, Flox. Them's that look all tough ain't when it comes down to it.
Yeah, you ain't so tough.
You just be on your way.
I miss all the fun. I don't think so. You just put down your weapons and we won't hurt you much.
Yeah, much.
What you gonna do with us?
We are gonna take you to see Titan Car, and you'll be turned into slaves. Or die. Your choice!
Yeah, your choice.
How far away is this Titankar? Can we pay him gold to leave us in peace? We have an Eris with us. She's just in little girl's room.
The Eris will be paying me directly.
Allow me to introduce you to the Eris.
Eris comes out of hiding with a great battle cry. Khulgar joins in.
By the 12!
Subdue!
The battle ensues, leaving the slavers dead, or, like Khazz, running for their lives. Eris follows after him.
All right, we loot the...
Seeing Rhoswen and Anaax already doing just that.
Right.
30 gold, 15 silver, and 3 coppers. Ooh, a scroll of identify and some sort of vial.
Oh, it looks like troll's blood or some kind of poison. I'll take it.
Wait just a second. Poison? What would you use poison for?
To poison someone, most likely. Oh, wait. Oh, did you want to have this poison for lunch?
I didn't actually. It was just a joke.
I'll take the poison, thank you.
That's not how we do things around here. Poison people.
Listen, if I can take one life to save thousands, I will. Or perhaps another use, what if you're suffering from a sword thrust deep into your guts, and the pain would be excruciating with your death guaranteed? It would take you days to die. You would be begging for me to end it. So I will take this vial, Kytius, and pray that I never have to use it on you.
Well, that's a lovely thought.
Khulgar, let's find those thralls.
Kytius, I think they found us.
Khulgar, how many slaves do you see here?
10?
No. There are many dozens, for mum's sake. Hundreds, even. We don't have the provisions to look after this many.
Leave him alone.
We are on a time limit to obtain the most powerful artifact in the world, and now, thanks to this idiot, we have to look after hundreds of stupid slaves as well.
They are slaves no longer.
Oh, no, they're not, because you freed them. And now, by law, we have to take care of them.
You forget. I used to be one of them, Kytius. And you saved me, and I love you for that, but you know what? I don't care if there are 10 or 10 hundreds. I will always fight to free thralls, because I was once one of them. You are free now. I'm sorry that we don't have a lot of food, but you can have mine. All of it. And I'm sorry I don't know how to count. I've never known. And I am stupid. But now you know. And I wish you didn't find out like this, but you did.
Nice one, Captain.
Kytius?
Who sent you?
He's gagged.
Right.
Taking off the gag.
Where is Titan Car? Tell us what we want to know, and we may let you live.
I will tell you nothing.
Oh, you will.
Oh, not.
Will.
Not.
Will.
Not.
Not.
Not will.
Got to be honest, that's the first time that has ever worked.
You are an imbecile. Do you think that trick worked on me?
No, it wasn't meant to. It was meant to get your focus on me and off of Anaax, who just cast a charm person spell on you.
I love you.
Now, Ask him.
Where is Titan Car?
Oh, my dear sweet love.
Oh, he must have critically failed his save.
Failed my what?
Failed his what?
Kytius.
Kytius? Kytius Westwind?
How do you know my name?
I've heard it before. It is rumoured that the Whisper Men of Tomorrow are hunting you.
Who are the Whisper Men of Tomorrow?
What I was going to say.
My love. They are a secret society, run by the most powerful individuals in existence.
Oh, this is amazing. Why don't you use the spell more often?
It's unethical.
Says the guy who tries to pick people's pockets.
Can we get back to the matter at hand?
Where can we find these Whisper Men?
You will never find them. They will find you.
Oh, that's good because I'm lazy.
Where can we find them?
I thought you'd never ask. Go due north, and you will find them both.
There's only two of them?
Kytius, let me ask the questions. He's liable to lie to you.
His lies are giving me truth.
Kytius, we have limited time.
She's right. Who are these two people? The spell is over. Kytius,
we got what we needed.
I'm not so sure.
Now, what do we do with you? Free folk, hear me.
What are you doing?
What a real leader does. This thing is no longer a threat. Alone, he is weak, yet he enslaved you and your loved ones.
Answer me.
I am giving them the chance and the choice. We don't have the resources to take care of him or any other prisoner, so they decide what happens to him. All those in favour of his life and release say aye. All those opposed, nay.
Please, I beg of you. I was thinking about a career change. I never wanted to be a slaver.
Shut up.
No, I thought I'd be an artist. I like to carve wood. And look, remember I told you how your teeth were pretty. And I didn't hit your children. Oh.
He dies.
Kytius exits with Khazz. A sickening thunk is heard. Kytius re-enters.
Well, unpalatable as that was, that's one problem down. But we have to face facts. With all these people, we will never find the amulet in time.
What do you propose?
Gonna be honest. I have no clue.
I do.
Care to enlighten us?
No. Just get us to the Elven Kingdom.
Whoa! Not unless you tell me your plan.
You'll just have to trust me on this, Kytius. It's a long shot, but it's the only shot we have.
Done. Tomorrow we head for the Elven Kingdom. I'll go tell the others.
In the meantime, Rhoswen found Khulgar sitting next to a small fire he had made, playing his penny whistle.
Scene 13. A campfire.
Did you come here to laugh at me?
I came to check on you. Someone needs to put Kytius in his place.
Eris put me in my place once. I called her Princess Balderrock. She took me down real fast.
She took you down?
By the 12.
Do you know what that means? By the 12.
No. Do you?
I do, but it's not my story to tell. I didn't think anyone could fell Thunder Tree's son.
Yeah. Eris did, and I don't mind saying so. I learned from that. She won't do it again. Not the same way, anyway. I'm smart that way. Just dumb in others.
You're not dumb. You just haven't learned some things yet. That's all.
Yeah, like reading or counting, or reading, counting.
Why do you follow him if he makes you feel so bad?
It's not all the time. Just sometimes. He saved my life, you know. As a thrall, I was big and strong, and slave drivers made me work hard from sun up to past sundown, lifting and lifting giant rocks. They whipped me every day. I got so used to it that I couldn't feel anything. Even now, I could take twice as much damage when I'm mad and ignore even more pain on top of that. I need to rest afterwards and I'm good. But after realizing that, they threw me into the pit. Forced me to kill or be killed. And then one day, I had enough. I had stolen a dagger, and I was going to... Anyway, I heard a sword fight somewhere close. And there was Kytius, in the prison, setting me free. He told the guard I was somebody. And when he said, "Hey, big guy, I'm Kytius," it was the first time he saved my life. And I didn't even know it. He was my first friend. Then Eris. Then Anaax. Now you.
Can I tell you a secret?
Is it that you have one ear that curls over a bit? Because I already knew that.
No, that's a good one, but no, the secret is you're my first friend.
Me?
You. And you know what good friends do?
Fight.
No, they help each other when they need it.
Oh, yeah.
Khulgar, would you like me to help you to learn how to count past 6?
I don't know.
It's all right if you don't want to, but if you would like to, I would like to be the one that helps.
No laughing?
No laughing.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it now.
All right. Breathe deep. And...
1.
There you go.
2.
See, it's easy.
Maybe for you.
Keep going, you're almost there.
3.
Yes.
4.
Only a few more.
5.
Mm-hmm.
6.
And...
9.
No. Try again.
1.
No. What comes after 6?
I can't.
I have seen you literally crush the skull of an orc barehanded.
I was wearing gloves.
It's a figure of speech. Try again.
6. Several more.
You know the word several, but don't know the next number?
Don't make fun.
I'm not. I'm pointing out that you are smarter than you think you are. Try again.
I can't. You can, but I can't.
You can too. I believe in you. Pretty lady believes in you.
6, 7. 7. 7! I did it! I said it! 7! 1, 2, 4.
3.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can say it! I can do it! I can count past 6. After 6 is 7, and I learned something new. I couldn't have done it. Not without you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have no idea what comes after 7.
You have 8.
I have. And I'm full.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, I have something for you. It's a little wilty and fall apart. I'm sorry. I meant to give it to you before.
It's beautiful.
What?
It's beautiful. Men always want to give me gems and rings, but this is more special because you picked it for me.
Am I interrupting something?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, tomorrow we head to the Elven Kingdom.
Whoa, why?
Because I said so. Because it's the only option I have. We have. Now let's go see to those slaves.
Free folk.
Free folk. Let's go.
Rhoswen watches them exit.
Now I reach to find your hand, falling deep, I'm torn.
The companions then took care of the slaves, making sure to bind their wounds and tend to their sick. But all the while, hid deep in the shadows, there was someone observing, lurking just out of sight.
Greymark is revealed to be watching from the shadows.
The going was slow with all the free folk in tow, but the companions made the best of it as they journeyed to the home of the elves. Although not far, it was a treacherous journey, crossing swift, raging rivers and blustery mountain peaks, until finally the caravan made it to the border of the Elven Kingdom.
Scene 14. The Elven Kingdom.
Tor Ilisar Theranal, you are surrounded.
Elves.
Figure that all up by yourself?
I don't see anyone.
That's how we work. We're not seen until we want you to see us.
Well, I always want to see you.
You elves speak to them first.
Don't look at me. I'm not on best terms with them either. Call it a occupational hazard?
Steal something, did you?
Unsuccessful insight check.
Would one of you just go and talk to them?
But they don't look at me. They don't exactly like half-breeds either.
Well, being a half-breed means you can only speak half the language. I'll talk to them.
You speak Elven?
I do.
He is going to get himself killed.
He can take care of himself.
I stand corrected. You're going to get him killed.
Watch, it's all part of the plan.
You have a plan?
Well, no, but I just kind of want to see what's going to happen.
Elohe. Iwe, Inme, Uhe, Une, Armhe.
Is he?
Yep.
And he can't.
Nope.
Oh, but he thinks.
Yep.
Ime and Waime and Frey. Idne, our ye, LP. Ave, R.A., Woodgay.
Your Elvish is unique.
Oh, I can understand him, guys. It's coming naturally to me now.
Tell your associates that we are agreeable to a parley.
Yeah. They agree to partay.
The rest of the companions join Khulgar to stand behind the Elvish officer.
What brings you here in such eclectic company, Keldore?
Khulgar is fine.
You mistake us. Khulgar is of no royal lineage.
He means me, Kytius.
What?
What?
You know not your companions, Kytius Westwind.
Apparently not.
You travel in the company of Her Majesty, Princess Eris Steadyrock of the Dwarven Kingdom.
No way!
She has abdicated any and all titles to the throne.
Shut up!
Helping.
What brings you to our borders?
I'm invoke I Thened, o asylum I Mintad Kingdom.
What's she saying?
I invoke the law of the asylum between the two kingdoms. He cannot by law turn her down. But since she's abdicated, she has little standing in the eyes of the elves.
There is little time, honoured heir. Titan Ka has an artifact.
Artifact?
The Amulet of Katara.
By the gods! And what would you have of me?
Escort these slaves to the gates of water depths. I know what I ask of you. You need not remind me. I will personally return when this task is complete. Then charge me with what you will, but I give you my oath. I will return. You're doing the right thing, honoured heir.
Dilnadris.
My friends, you will be escorted to the gates of water depths by the elves who will take care of you. They are obligated by the treaties between our kingdoms to treat you with respect. I am forever in your debt.
You could have told me.
And have it used against the companions.
So, I was right after all when I called her Princess Balderrock.
You were right after all, Khulgar Thundertree's son.
Call me big guy, if you want.
Call me pretty lady if you want.
The companions retraced their steps to eventually find themselves amidst the Gloomhaven forest. It was there on a hillock where two beings stood guarding the path.
Scene 16, Gloomhaven. Two individuals appear moving and speaking in unison. One male, one female.
Welcome, Kytius. We have been expecting you.
That's not creepy at all.
This isn't good, Kytius.
When is it ever good? Are you two the whispered people of tomorrow?
No, they're not.
Let them answer, Anaax.
No, Kytius, these two are them both.
We will grant you passage if you complete one of 3 tests.
Deal, although I really hope one of those tests is kicking your ass.
You can't be serious.
There is a test of strength, a test of wit, a test of skill. Pass any of the 3 and we will grant you passage and a boon.
Kytius, listen to me. These two are them both. Their names are Gareth and Samara, forbidden lovers from an aged love past.
By the 12 Kytius, it is them!
An archmage cursed the two, forcing them to wander the world, offering passage and a boon to anyone that passes their tests. She was a great fighter, and he was a sorcerer of great cunning.
So?
No one has ever passed their tests and lived.
We were set up, Kytius, and you just walked right into the trap.
Oh, shut up. No one is stronger than Khulgar. Anaax, you'll remember everything that has ever been said to you, along with every riddle and every story under the stars, and no one can match me in skill with a sword. We've got this for Mum's sake.
You don't get it, do you?
Oh, what is it I don't get, Anaax? Tell me. Or is it that you're too scared to get into any sort of real danger?
Kytius!
No, I am tired of him cowering in a corner and coming up with excuses for not participating in this quest.
You said we shouldn't call it.
No, shut up, Khulgar! When is it going to click with you, Anaax? You said you were part of this team. Now prove it.
They don't play fair.
Well, neither do I.
I know.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean? You know what? Never mind. We have come to settle a score, Whispermen.
As Kytius turns back to them both.
Nothing for your petty feud.
Khulgar is singled out in a special. The words coming from everywhere.
Khulgar, Thundertree's son, your task is simple. Break these slave shackles before the last grain of sand falls.
Slave shackles appear on Khulgar's wrists. Next, Anaax is singled out in a special. The words coming from everywhere.
Passion. Your task is simple. Complete the riddle before the last grain of sand falls.
3 tests, 3.
What lives on glass that breaks with a pebble has half the space amidst the treble. Who scores the depths when it kills? Whose siren song will give you chills and sing to you when darkness stills amidst the candles' flicker?
Kytius is singled out in a special. The words coming from no discernible place.
Kytius Westwind, your task is simple. You must defeat me with the sword before the last grain of sand falls.
Or what?
Or you die.
I haven't died once and I'm not planning on starting anytime soon.
Kytius unsheaths his sword and runs forward into the darkness. The scene then changes to Anaax.
Oh, Mum. Half the space amidst the treble. The spaces in the treble clef spell out the word face. Khulgar! Focus. Anaax, focus. Remember, they don't play fair. Half a face. What lives on glass that can be broken with a pebble and has half a face?
Mama.
Glass that can be broken with a pebble, a pool or a puddle, some sort of body of water. What lives on water has half a face? The moon.
Come on, you mother of a troll!
What scores the depths when it kills? How does the moon kill? Werewolf? No, that's not it. I'm missing something.
Short.
Khulgar, I'm so sorry. I should have protected you from this magic.
Curse you!
Scores the depths. It can mean music. There's a musical theme. Deep music or music that is deep. What lives on water has half a face and has something to do with music.
Your time is up.
No, I need more time.
You lose, Anaax Passion.
I can't.
The focus shifts to Kytius. His attacks are continually rebuffed by an inhumanely fast Samara.
Khulgar, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Rhoswen, you see to Khulgar. Anaax, get ready to run. I'll hold off this Samara while you all try to escape.
She's gone.
You bastard. If you won't play fair, neither will I.
Kytius suddenly strikes not at Samara but Gareth. Where he is hit, Samara reacts.
Kytius!
I saw.
Samara, seeing that Gareth's hate spell is broken, renews her attack on Kytius. Gareth casts Hold Person on Eris, making her stop mid-stride. Anaax starts to cast an Enthrall spell.
Let your mind go, let your guard down.
Do you think a simple enthrall spell will work on me, fool? I am Gareth. I am the greatest
Gareth
force.
stops. Rhoswen's 3 throwing daggers sprouting from his chest.
And that's how you play critical hit!
Samara struggles, clutching at her chest, exactly where Rhoswen's daggers struck Gareth. Kytius runs Samara through, breaking Gareth's spells. Gareth and Samara fall to the ground. Them both is defeated.
Just as I'd planned it.
Give it a break for Mum's sake. We almost didn't make it out of this.
Kytius? The corpses of them both start to rise to their feet.
It can't be.
You have defeated us. We grant you passage and one boon.
Oh, this feels good, this moment right here. Deal with it, Klepto. We came out of this unscathed. Well, relatively unscathed, and now our defeated foes are granting us a favor.
You're pathetic.
No, we won, didn't we?
But at what cost?
Our boon, Kytius.
Grumpy because you lost. Oh yes, I can't blame you. My boon is this. Titan Car is not far away. Find him. Let him try to get past your tests. Boom! That went better than expected.
No! You don't get to be all chipper and shrug it off like nothing happened.
Oh, what is your problem?
You're my bloody problem for Mum's sake.
Oh, listen to the mouth on her.
You're lucky I don't put a dagger in you. Anaax told you the way back at the Mum-forsaken Orc encampment that you were being played, but you ignored him. Now, here, you commit us to tasks that would have us killed, jumping in feet first without weighing up consequences. Again! Like none of us actually matter to you.
Khulgar is fine, aren't you, big guy?
No, he's not fine. Look at him.
Let's set up camp here for tonight.
No, let's not.
Excuse me?
I think I need a break, Kytius. Just for now.
I just...
By the 12, Kytius. Can you not see it? Or do you just choose not to see it?
See what?
Just how much your desire to be with her is making you blind.
Oh, don't you start complaining too.
You're so short-sighted. Khulgar would move a mountain for you if you asked. Anaax and I would have too, before. But now look at you. You're so into yourself and what you need, we barely recognise you. You put the ones you love in harm's way to try and get the one you love. Don't you see either way you slice it, Jesus? We lose. You may have won every other battle along the way, but in this quest, right here, you're losing what matters most. You're losing the ones you love.
Eris starts to follow after Anaax.
Eris, don't walk away from me!
Am I walking away? Or are you just not moving forward anymore?
Don't you know who I am? I'm the man with the plan. I am where we all began. Now look into my eyes. Tell me, what do you see? The drive to fulfill our destiny. And my name will reign from the circles of hell to the astral plane, to the sunless citadel. We've made it this far, and it's all thanks to me. But I never said we would make it scot-free, 'cause it's always been a roll of the dice. It's a flip of the coin. It's a punch to the head. It's a kick to the ground. without me. It has been foretold. I'm the one that you need, like the heroes of old. We are close to the goal. It can be obtained, but you're all running scared at the slightest strain. But my name will be known, this I give you my oath. From Gleeman's tales to stories of both, we've made it this far, and it's all thanks to me. But I never said we would make it scot-free, 'cause it's always been a roll of the dice. It's a flip of the coin. It's a matter of skill. Every battle that shines around every corner is a death-saving throw. But you keep on going with your team in tow. Doesn't matter the danger, doesn't matter the foe. The path less traveled is the way I go. Because I know it's a roll of the dice. It's a flip of the coin. It's up to the cards.
Taz, Lan, bring him. The others aren't far off.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Aasira exits as two of the mercenaries start to drag off Kytius.
It's a roll of the dice. It's a flip of a coin.
Taz!
What? It's catchy.
They're close. Let's go!
Yes, oh grumpy one.
They exit, dragging Kytius behind them, as the rest of the mercenaries disappear into the darkness, as the music swells and the curtain falls. End of session 1.
Hello, folks. My name is Tory Doctor. I am your emergency Kytius for the day, as we did have some technical difficulties for Keelan. It's been an absolute honor to continue to play this role today, but I'm going back into my normal role as I should really stop drinking. But once you get this far in the show, you have to start at some point. So I am here for your intermission entertainment. If you have any questions about the show itself, about the world, about the process, please feel free to put them in the Q&A, and I will gladly answer them. In the meantime, I'm just going to stare at you lovingly. Thank you for coming to our show. That's it. This is all you get. So as stated in the pre-show, this is the first time any of these actors have worked together. And so we have... we actually, probably some people don't even know each other's names. Is there a way to get involved? Yes, there is. We are always auditioning for new talent. If you are interested, feel free to go to our website, oppmusical.com. There is an auditions submission form where you can submit your headshot and your resume. And you can also join our Discord, which has some audition information on it. Great question. So this process is pretty simple. We give the cast the script. We do one technical rehearsal. We did 2 this time because we had so many new people joining us. But it was a bit longer this time, but usually we only do 1 or no rehearsals. Do we know what the difference between the prophecy and a foretelling is? Yes, I can actually answer that. It's mentioned in the script. Great question, Gina. It's mentioned in the show that a prophecy tells you the path most likely to get what you want. The foretelling is the path most likely to get what you want. The prophecy itself changes history, and you get exactly what you want, but you have to pay a price. And that price is me playing Kytius in last minute. My daughter wonders if kids can audition. You know what? That's a great question. Depends on how old your kids are, and if the show is suitable for them. For example, LaFrena is around the age of 18, so we can audition 18 and up. Doesn't need a parent's permission, obviously, because they're legal age. Under 18, we need your parents' permission, and I need to speak to the parents personally under the age of 16. And so there have been occasions where we do a Stories of Our Lyras, which is a spin-off show of this, where we tell the backstories of characters, and we do need younger actors. We've used or a few younger actors about 4 or 5 times. Is Kytius actor okay? He's a bit flustered, but he's all right. Thank you, Kirsten. Favorite characters? You're doing an amazing job, by the way. Thank you. You sound like you are a great voice actor. Thank you, Ella. I appreciate that. I had many years of acting on stages across the world and worked for the world's biggest producers of musicals, including Cameron McIntosh, who produced Les Mis, Phantom Cats, Miss Saigon, and Disney and their Broadway review show in Tokyo, Japan. So I had a very long career. And many of the actors you see on stage today, David Silvestre, who's playing Khulgar, and Eric Wigston playing Anaax, are friends of mine that I've worked with over the years. So, Ella, that's a great question. I appreciate your kindness as well. Carlos says, who does and how do you record the music singing? We all do it in our personal homes on our own personal devices. So if you have a recording studio, you record in your recording studio. Here I record at my computer. None of these mixes are 100%. We've not worked with a musical director for them. This is just to give you a taste of what the songs would be like in person. Where is everyone from? I'm from Calgary, Canada, but I am an American as well, and go back and forth across the borders for our musical commissions, which I've not touched on. If you are a D&D player or you do tabletop gaming, we also write musical commissions for your characters, for your world, for your locations, your taverns, that kind of thing. So, and we get wonderful actors like Eric Wigston and David Silvestre to sing songs to you, for you, and your D&D tabletop games. So if you're interested in that, go to obpmusical.com and you can fill out the form, and there's a pricing estimate there for you as well. How many dance numbers are in the musical? Great question. Depends on how the audience answers. I'm going to say 94. We have no idea yet. Why does Kytius not like the word quest? Kytius thinks it's so formal. Kytius is kind of an informal guy. And yeah, so that's a great question. I think he thinks it's a bit pretentious, like an actor's scarf when it's not winter outside. Which I do. I wear one of those. Great. 525,600 dance numbers. That's amazing. Is that the secret ending? Oh, for those of you that don't know, there is a secret ending that you can get to in the show. So we can talk about about that later. Also, I just a shout out to Keelan McCauley, who started off as Kytius today. His internet wasn't working properly, but thank you, Keelan, for giving me your voice. I sound better now, so thank you, Keelan. Appreciate that. Great. Anything else before we let's just check the chat? Wow, that's awesome, Carla. You're awesome. It's a scientific fact. 3 minutes. Well, I'll stick around here for another minute just in case there's any other questions. We do love Keelan Davis. Davis is such a huge OBP fan and one of our stage managers in the new year. So we're excited to have Davis on board. Just quickly. Will the secret ending involve a dog controlling everything behind the scenes? I can't tell you the answer to that, but that's probably a better answer. What is your favorite D&D class to play? I'm going to say Ranger. I love Rangers. Also Bards. I love playing Bards. And I love the prestidigitation cantrip. because that's how my bard always stays clean. I'm going to head backstage and take a moment to just reboot and enjoy session 2.
When last we left the companions, Kytius Westwind had been captured by a band of unknown mercenaries. He was detained in stasis for a fortnight, sleeping, constantly dreaming of her.
Whispering feet down wandering halls, the lava glides as midnight falls. A glance behind, her breath is held. His heart and mind within a sleep, said the lover's flame. Sleep, she said as she whispered his name. Sleep, and all your desires shall slake. Sleep, and I'll be gone when you are awake.
You know, elves are immune to sleep spells.
I sing because it relaxes me.
Must you always sing?
Must you always be playing with your sword?
That depends. Do you want to play with it for me?
You are incorrigible.
Stay this time?
You know I can't.
Can't or won't? Why can't we be together?
Because I've seen the future. It's impossible.
It is with that attitude. Look, you're a powerful seer. Can't you rewrite the histories of whatever and make it easier for us to be together?
Oh, Kytius, it's not that easy. There have only ever been 2 seers rewrites. No. 3. 3 seers have rewritten histories. And it is very dangerous. It leads to only one possible outcome for the subject.
And there is only one outcome I want.
Kytius, what have you done?
Nothing, I swear.
Then what will you do?
Scene 18. The dungeon.
Kytius awoke from his dream to find that he was locked away in a dungeon.
Whoa! Where are you, Kytius, and why does your head feel full of cobwebs? Why am I so hungry? Who take stock? Ah.
It was then that Kytius heard rats.
Oh, I hear rats. I hate rats. I'm in a dungeon. I hate dungeons. I just woke up and today already sucks. Hello? Is anyone there? I think there has been some confusion. I'm a very important person. Oh, my head is killing me. Oh, I need a healer. Or a cleric. No, too pretentious. Just give me a healer. A good one, not one of those noobs who ask you to turn your head and cough every time you get an arrow to the knee. Hello? They left me here to die.
Kytius places his hands on the cell door. The music for a knock spell is heard. The cell doors swing open.
Oh, never mind.
Kytius left his cell with as much stealth and dexterity as he could muster. Which wasn't very much.
Who's there?
Shut up!
You shut up!
Kytius.
How do you know my name?
Because it's me.
Me who?
Kytius, you've been here for a fortnight. You've been under a stasis spell by the Whispermen.
You never answered. Me who?
Anaax.
How do I know it's you, Anaax? Anaax!
Shh. By the gods, they're on their way. Khulgar!
Khulgar is here?
We are all here. You once told us never to split the party. This is us not splitting the party.
Where are the others?
Well, we kind of split the party. Khulgar!
That's not my name.
Wait. Did you say I was here for a fortnight?
Yes.
The Whispermen enter.
Khulgar!
That's not my name.
Then what's your name?
Piece of cake.
The Whispermen attack, using non-lethal damage.
What?
Piece of cake.
Look, Anaax, I'm really sorry that I've acted so selfishly.
Kytius, now is not the time.
No, I mean it. You guys have my back. You've shown me what friendship is all about. Grace, compassion, sacrifice.
That's beautiful, but I...
Kytius finishes off the last of the Whispermen.
Whew, but I had it handled.
Well, there's the Kytius that I know.
And love?
Do I, though? Wait, are you crying?
No, I just broke a sweat.
Out of your eye?
Hi, Kytius. Why are you crying?
He's sweating.
Out of his eye?
It's good to see you, Khulgar.
Piece of cake.
Eris and Rhoswen enter, with Aasira bound and gagged.
Did you snap your fingers and say something would be a...
I did.
Rhoswen snaps her fingers.
Ooh, call him something cool like Murder Punch. Oh, or something funny like None of Your Business. What's your name? None of Your Business.
Khulgar.
Yeah, you're no fun.
From what we gather, this here is the leader of the Whispermen.
You look familiar.
That's because she's the Queen's twin sister.
By the gods, you look just like her.
That's what twins do. Look like each other.
What's happening?
Aasira was banished years ago and was told never to return to Khazz upon pain of death.
Follow the path until the twins.
My thoughts exactly.
There's more.
Eris hands Kytius some parchment.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
What's it say?
I don't know, I can't read, but someone is a very good artist.
Kytius, these are plans to assassinate the Queen.
That's not good.
These Whispermen of tomorrow are planning to take over the kingdom.
Oh, this can't be happening. Not now. Wait. Why is she gagged?
Spellcaster.
Whatever are we to do with you?
Kytius moves to take off the gag.
Kytius, what are you doing?
Now, we were given instructions to find out all we can about these Whispermen and report back. Listen, Majesty, if something other than the truth comes out of your mouth, your spleen is going to meet my blade. Do you understand? Good. Now, start talking. Who are the Whispermen of tomorrow?
We are made up of those people who would oppose my sister and her rule. But now that she wants the amulet of Katara, we have to expedite our plans.
You say it just like her. It's like you're twins or something. Well, she doesn't want it. She wants to keep it out of Titan Car's hands, and I agree with her.
If only. My sister wants not only to rule Karsus, but to invade neighbouring countries using the power of the amulet, and you are a pawn in her game.
I am no man's pawn or woman's pawn. I am an equal opportunity not pawn for anyone. Look. So, if this is true, why kidnap me?
Your allegiances were unclear to us. We had planned to take you all, but your team outsmarted us at every turn. You were the only one that we found alone.
Okay.
And vulnerable.
That's nice.
Caught completely unaware.
You've made your point.
We knew that you were a formidable team, so it made sense to take you one by one. We knew you to be a bit of a hothead. So we wanted to gather the others as well to talk sense into you.
I'm not a hothead.
Oh, I
Shut up! How do we know what you say is true?
You don't. But I will offer you this. We do not want the amulet of Katara, was it you called it?
Yes.
It is a powerful artifact, and we don't want it in the hands of any who desire power. In your exchange for your help, we will secret you into the keep. You will, however, be on your own against LaFrena.
LaFrena? You mean Princess LaFrena?
My beloved niece is the Queen's own assassin.
Excuse me?
She said she's the Queen's own assassin.
Thank you, Khulgar.
But by the gods, an anagram for LaFrena is Lanfear.
So?
In the legends, Lanfear was called the Daughter of Night. And the Queen, Noctis, means...
Night. My sister chose you for a reason. You are the most capable team to obtain the amulet. So get it. Just don't give it to her.
I still don't trust you. But I will not see the amulet in the hands of a tyrant.
We intercepted one of Titan Car's messengers. We believe the coded message contains the exact location of the amulet. It is a part of those plans you now hold.
Looking at the small piece of parchment.
Shouldn't be too hard to figure out the cipher. I'm not like you.
Be glad you're not.
Send word to us once you obtain the amulet. We will meet you in the capital, and you will then see for yourself where her desires lie. Whatever you do, don't let her hold the amulet.
When you hear from us, send someone to the inn off the beaten path. The password will be...
Potato.
Why not? The password will be potato.
The choice was made. However, no one was comfortable with how things had played out. But Kytius still needed his capture.
Scene 19. The fire.
I want to thank you all for getting me out of there.
We're a team, no matter how much one of us is a prick.
Oh, my dear, your microphone seems to be not working. Say your line again.
Big prick.
Ah, look, you've been stealing looks, have you?
Out of all the things I would steal, looks at you isn't one of them. Besides,
glancing at
I've
Khulgar.
already seen the crown jewels.
Whoa, crown jewels, eh? When were you going to tell me?
I don't kiss and tell.
You hear that, lad? Khulgar could teach you a thing or two.
You taught me a thing or two.
Oh, I don't want to hear this. Look, there is a caravan ahead of us. We can catch up to it first thing in the morning, or we can travel at our own pace. Being the leader that I am, I'm leaving it to you. What do we do? The choice is yours.
What would you have the companions do? Travel at their own pace or join the caravan?
Allow me a chance to earn some coin from the caravan folk.
We could hear about rumours or dangers on the roads.
Personally, I just hate people, so the less people the better.
Hadn't noticed.
Well, if you can't decide, I will decide for you. I say, no caravan. That's a good choice, I think. We march at first light. Eris and I will take first watch. Eris, 2 weeks. What happened while I was,
Not much. Khulgar and Rhoswen.
You.
Oh, hush. It's only natural. Oh, and Anaax has been teaching Khulgar all about magic.
In the background we hear.
Now remember what I said, Khulgar. All magic is...
Sorry, hold on a second.
I was telling you about magic and how magic is... You know the word. What's the word?
I'm sorry, what page are we on?
85. It's one word. Keep going.
All right. Now remember what I said, Khulgar.
Yes.
All magic is what?
Analingus.
We went really
Not
far
right.
for that joke, didn't we?
It was worth the wait, huh?
As for me, I knew we were being tracked, so I led the Whisper folk away and had us double back. And here we are.
And here we are.
Still not sure you made the right choice with Aasira.
No, I'm not. I'm not sure I made any right choices along the way.
Sometimes leadership is sticking with the lesser of evils and learning from our mistakes.
I don't even know what I've been choosing. Maybe it's time I, start moving forward.
You know, sometimes I see a glimpse of the man you were before, and it makes it all worth it.
Eris, we never talked about your previous life. When we met...
When we met, Kytius, that was when I really started living. Anything before that was
I
just...
know where the amulet is! Well, I think I know where the amulet is. Most people with items this powerful will keep them in a safe place, like a labyrinth, or with a minotaur guarding it, or caves protected by inferior, or
a gauntlet.
You look like you've seen a ghost. Out with it!
I know where the amulet is.
Then I was right. It will be in the gauntlet.
What am I missing?
This whole quest just became harder for us.
Wrong. It just became harder for me.
You're not going to elaborate?
No.
Suit yourself. What's the town nearest to the gauntlet?
Tristan.
Anaax?
About a fortnight's travel.
First light, we head for Tristan. Get supplies and then get that amulet.
Kytius.
If you're not ready to tell, I won't press.
The gauntlet. No one has ever made it more than halfway through.
No one.
I made it 3/4 of the way through.
But you should be dead.
Should. But I'm not.
Scene 20. The road to Tristan.
The next morning, the companions awoke to the sound of a small voice singing in the distance.
Eris, go see who that is.
Well, you don't have to. I know who it is.
I'm sorry, do we not have that track? All right, Eris, go see who that is.
You don't have to. I know who it is.
You.
Me.
I'm sorry. I'm really confused. What's going on here?
Kytius, this is Bundles, Kytius, Khulgar, Eris, Rhoswen.
Pleasure.
Bundles is an old...
acquaintance.
Friend.
I see. Well, it's not safe to travel alone in these roads, Bundles. Why don't you try and catch up to that caravan?
Trying to pawn me off already. Kytius, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Because, quite frankly, evil can hide itself in plain sight, and the Queen's Road is safe enough.
Bundles has a gift of foresight.
Like a seer?
No, not so powerful. The three seers, they have the power of time. Manipulating it, seeing it. My power, as Anaax calls it, is more like a hunch, a foreshadow. If I go left, the path is bright. If I go right, the sun is shaded, oppressive.
That's easy. Then you go left.
Easy? Well, dwarf, imagine this. You make the easy choice. You go left, and you meet the most incredible individual. You fall madly in love with them. And before you have the opportunity to tell them that you love them, they die a horrible death as you watch. And had you gone right, you would have simply fallen off a horse and broken your leg. I ask you, which is the better path?
Love. Always love.
You would say that. The one exception is evil. I can tell where it lurks. I can also see it in the hearts of those I encounter.
Looking at Rhoswen.
And I can see it in all those touched by its blight. The fates have led me here, and amongst you, I am safe. With that caravan, I'm not. So I ask you to join you, as far as I'm welcome, if you will have me.
Well, this is Anaax's call.
Bundle stays. I owe him a great debt.
One, I suspect, that will never be fully paid.
All right. Bundles travels with us.
Thank you.
Anaax, hold back for a moment. We need to talk.
I thought you might.
How much do you owe Bundles?
More than gold, Kytius. I owe him a life.
And with that, Anaax caught up to the rest. The road to Tristan was easy for a change. No orcs crossed their path, no elves stood in their way, and yet a dark cloud followed the companions in their sixth. Who was this that came into their midst? Bundles was affable enough, warm and endearing, and yet they sensed great pain. It was Khulgar that came to the rescue.
Scene 20B, story time.
Anaax, can I hear one of your stories? The one about the piper.
Anaax glances at Bundles.
Do the Goodberry story.
I don't much feel like telling stories tonight, Khulgar.
I do.
What?
What?
Oh.
On the condition that I get to hear the elf's story.
My story.
Your story.
Deal. I'll even go first. I stole the Ring of Khazz by accident.
What?
It's true, it's true.
Accident.
My teacher.
Wait a minute, you had a stealing teacher?
Yeah, I did. And my last and final task was to steal the seat of power. And he said this as he was fiddling with his ring. And I knew instantly what he meant. Or I thought I did. So I snuck by the guards, removed all the traps, and bypassed the magical alarm. When I returned, I tossed it nonchalantly to him, and then he said, "What's this?" I replied, "The seat of power." "You stole the Ring of Khazz, the signet ring of the royal family." "Mm-hmm. But you were asked to steal the painting, the seat of power. That would have been infinitely easier." Oh, damn, this prickling itch. Hand me some of that ointment. This ring's not pure silver like the steward had suggested. "Why did you steal the ring and not the painting?" And I simply said, Because I could.
That is exactly what Princess LaFrena said. It all makes sense. Eris?
Even I'm interested in hearing this.
You're going to laugh. When I was a wee lass, me father employed the services of a gleeman. I was captivated by his blue eyes and his moustache. His patchwork cloak was pretty wonderful too. But it was his stories about adventure that I loved the most. His songs hit me the deepest. Music speaks to dwarves differently. We don't sing casually, we sing with purpose. All dwarves except young Eris. Being the gleeman, I was to become a gleeman. I even wrote a song.
You?
Aye, me. One day me da caught me singing me gleeman song. I stopped when I saw his face. He was so... That day he banned the gleeman from ever returning, and I've not sung since.
I thought you said we were going to laugh.
You will when you hear the lyrics of my song.
This is too good. This is too good.
All right. It's really bad.
Just sing already.
You
can do it.
Come on now.
We don't want to leave us in suspense.
I hate orcs and I hate trolls. Eradicate the buggers is my lifelong goals. I'd rather fight an army of well-armed gnolls with their beady little eyes and their smelly buttholes. It was bad. I've not told that story before. Not even to my...
Bundles, why don't you share?
My story is short, but not sweet. See, I once went left instead of right, and I've regretted that choice ever since.
Well, that got rosy. We rest here. Bundles, you're on watch with me. The rest of you sleep. We should reach Tristan soon.
The companions make their camp as Bundles sits next to Kytius.
You wanted to talk?
Your foresight told you that?
No, you did. You are very easy to read, Westwind. Huh. You want to know about my history with Anaax?
Yes.
That's not my story to tell. But I will say this. He played a part, and I paid a price. My struggle, in truth, is more about me than it is him. Get some rest, Kytius. Nothing will bother us this night. The way left is clear.
Bundles strode across camp and meticulously laid out his bedroll, leaving Kytius to ponder his words.
Scene 21. Tristan.
Days later, they arrived in Tristan, low on supplies and rations. Rhoswen and Eris broke off to get rations, Kytius to get supplies. Anaax and Khulgar, along with Bundles, went to get food.
We need to get food, big guy. We've no coin. Just follow my lead and hand out the hat when I give you the sign.
What's the sign?
The lights come up on the audience as they are pulled into the scene.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, elves, gnomes, dwarves, and all other goodly races, I am Anaax Passion, a bard, and all-around jack of all trades, and
Master
of none.
They said the thing.
And I am here to see to your entertainment, for a small fee, of course.
Is that
No, not yet. And while my companions can afford their provisions, I, a simple performer, must rely on your generosity for mine.
Is that the sign?
Khulgar will now pass around the hat. That's the sign.
Oh, he gave me the sign. I'm supposed to give out the hat now.
And now, in my life, there are only two things that are absolutely certain. One, the search for unconditional love, and two, death. Most every story has to do with one or the other, or even both.
Sing about Tat.
What?
Sing about my brother.
We shall let the townsfolk decide, and that is what I offer you. Good people of Tristan, the choice between a story of loss and love, and a story of love and loss. What will it be? Both
You
are
would back.
very good.
You would back out of a choice, then, wouldn't you? Scared?
I'm not scared. I am apart. I come prepared.
What's the worst that could happen, Anaax?
All right. You have chosen loss and love. I was traveling with a caravan just outside of the town of Ver. It was there we were set upon by brigands. They demand we handed over all our valuables, our coin, our gems, even my beloved lute. It was then. When a man came charging in, his sword flashing in the night, a smirk upon his face he came, ready for the fight. He glanced back at me with a twinkle and a smile and asked, "How do you want to do this? It might take a while." Now they had the numbers and we had him, but even with his blade the odds looked rather slim. And then a refrain occurred to me, magic coursing through my veins, his sword dancing in the firelight with parries, thrusts and feints. How do you want to do this? It's your role to hit. I'll score the music if you score the crit. We're in this together and we just won't quit. To our last and dying breath, this party won't be split. We defeated the brigands without a single casualty, but I can't say the same for them. After the skirmish, we brought me to meet his companions, this big hulking man you see there, and a rather diminutive princess that could literally rip you from limb to limb. From that day on he was our friend, and my captain too. Always selfless in his acts, a hero through and through, until he met the one that would change his life for good. But then she left him high and dry, and he never understood. He became bitter and jaded, a man we didn't know. He was reckless, even hated, but we stayed even so. He saved so many lives and we owed him ours and more. How could we leave him, this man we all adored? And then I heard him weeping when he thought no one could hear, teary as he cried the name of the one he held so dear. Our hero was broken, and I listened as he cried of a love that broke his heart and consumed him deep inside. I asked him, "How do you want to do this now that you've taken the hit? I can score the music and help you heal the crit. We're in this together and we just won't quit. To our last and dying breath, this party won't be split." He told us to go, to leave him all alone. His eyes so very cold, his heart was overgrown with malice for the world he fought so very hard to save. We left him where he sat, feeling a knave. How do you want to do this now that you've taken the hit? I will score the music, but there's just no healing it. No longer together because we just quit to our last and dying breath. We can't. The party's split.
I see not the blight of evil on your heart, Anaax, but I do see a fool.
The hat forgotten, Khulgar and Anaax watched as bundles melted into the crowd and disappeared.
I'm sorry, Bundles. I'm so sorry.
Kytius arrives, holding out a coin purse.
I almost forgot. Here's your portion of the loot we've received up until now. Oh, looks like you need it. Tough crowd?
I'd say uncultured.
Caravan man appears.
Very good.
Whoa.
Excuse me?
You are from the Caravan, are you not? Don't you have somewhere to be?
No. Say, where's a short one?
Eris.
I'd like to get to know her intimately, if you catch my drift.
I suggest you leave now.
Oh, aren't you Henri? Tell my little honey badger I said hi.
He bothers me.
Whoa. Where did you get that ring, big guy?
I found it on the ground, near the oak.
We don't just put on rings that we find on the ground, Khulgar. That could be very dangerous.
Why? It's just a ring.
Have you learned nothing from that halfling story about Ringo, Hobo, Dildo?
Bilbo.
What he said.
All right. Identify.
What?
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 It's a ring of truth. With this on, the wearer can only tell the truth. And since Khulgar never lies, it doesn't work.
Well, it's pretty, though.
It sure is.
What are you doing?
I'm disguising the ring's magic. Upon simple examination, it looks like a normal ring. This spell will last until the illusion is broken.
I hear you're off to get some leather armor.
We'll see. You never know.
Scene 22. The smithy.
Anaax made his way to the smithy. Could armour actually help him be that hero he once was, or rather claimed to be? Or would the armour just be a shell covering the shell of the man he was? He wondered, if he was broken open, would there be anything left inside?
Well, what can I do for you?
Good day, fine sir. I am in need of some armour.
Well, you came to the right place. I buy, sell and make weapons and armour, and I'm the only blacksmith around for spends.
Rumour has it you're the best.
Well, I don't know about that. Gillian, what is it?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Red has gone missing!
What? Missing? Look, it's probably nothing. I'll be back in a minute. Would you be so kind as to look after the shop? I won't be long.
Of course. Take your time.
Let's go, Gillian.
Gillian and the blacksmith exit as Anaax is left alone in the shop.
Small towns. Hi. You're a stranger. Would you look after me shop? My whole life savings is tied up in the smithy, but I'll trust you, a stranger, not to steal nothing. I could totally be a blacksmith. Oh, yes, I remember the day I made this sword. Strong sword.
Good. As per my message, I will need every last one.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not there.
Don't disappoint me.
Never. You are?
Kit Atan, you were expecting me.
Mr. Atan, I thought you'd never come. Did you know that Kit Atan is an anagram for...
What? What is it an anagram for?
A kid ant. And the stinger on those buggers is something deadly. Oh, ouch.
Is it now? You don't look like a blacksmith.
But looks can be deceiving. Just ask my Aunt Jo. She's actually my Uncle Joe, and no one knew for the longest time. But they taught me everything I have to know about the smithy.
I'll need some armor as well.
Hey, for just you, or maybe 1 or 2 people, or an army. How many in the army?
Just me is fine.
None of these chain shirts or studded leather. You want to look for any kind of weather. You want something that screams, hey Middle Earth, I have worth, and I look good, despite my girth. Something chic, but still unique, fashionable, and highlights physique. You want class, armor class. I'll make it look good, but it's gotta save your ass something with sass, for you've got kills to amass. Why, looking good, that's armor class. Being a blacksmith myself, I know all the latest fashions, as blacksmiths do. From greaves to gorget, I've got you covered, for era to function and even the color. You and I have much to discover. One look at you and I can tell that you're a lover. Did I say lover? I mean fighter. Wow. You want your armor articulated, a part of you accentuated, or maybe those parts more exaggerated. It's not complicated. My imagination is stimulated. With my ideas incorporated, your enemies will be dominated. I'll get your mind out of the gutter, you nutter. I've got steel to melt. And that's not a euphemism, because you'll have class, armor class. You'll look so good and it'll save your ass. It will have sass with a certain panache. You'll look so good in my armor class. Dance break? Those 2 years of theatre school finally paid off. Wow, look at me, Mom, I'm doing it! I call this one the Dirty 20! Because you'll have class, armor glass. You'll look so good and it'll save your ass. It will have sass with a certain panache. You'll look so good, you'll look so good, you'll look so good in my armor class.
Anaax uses the rapier against Titan Ka for a killing blow, but he's too fast. A short sword fight ensues in which Titan Ka outmatches Anaax. As Anaax is down on the smithy floor, Titan Ka stands above him. Suddenly, Anaax casts a spell. Titan Ka finds himself inside of his own mind, with stinging insults being hurled at him from several directions, temporarily driving him mad.
You are nothing. I will kill. Your power is an illusion. Like real ugly is, you will die alone. Picked up something that helps me. Even your dog, death is coming.
Just then, Anaax appears and runs Titan Ka through, killing him.
Both simultaneously elated and disappointed, Anaax fled, returning to the companions, and told them,
"We have to go now."
After a hasty retreat out of Tristan, Anaax told them what had happened.
Scene 23, the road outside Tristan.
Then I ran him through.
How did you manage to overpower Titan Ka?
I caught him unaware. I did what I had to do, but there was no amulet.
You're sure?
Positive.
Well, at least Titan Ka's out of the way.
He's not.
I'm pretty sure he was dead. I could tell because he was dead.
What do you know that we don't?
The amulet is a phylactery.
What?
No! Oh, it holds the soul, so even if a body dies, the owner can live again.
No wonder it's so powerful. What do we know about this factory thing?
Phylactery.
What he said.
It houses all the souls of the dead sorcerers that ever died possessing it.
Sweet mother of all that is good. That must be incredibly powerful.
Incredibly powerful. It is.
How and why do you know all of this?
I just do.
Good enough for me. Look, I should have said this a few weeks ago after you rescued me from the dungeon, and I didn't. Because I was a fool. I thought I could go at this alone. But I am nothing without you guys. I can't do this alone. Not without your strength, not without your skill, not without your magic. And not without your balls.
I don't have balls, but they're still bigger than yours.
That statement is true.
Self-defecating humor is funny.
So close.
The gauntlet was housed within the grounds of an ancient, long-forgotten cemetery. The mausoleums and crypts stood silently crumbling, decaying like the inhabitants that lie within. In the distance, hundreds of twinkling lights spread across a hillside. Campfires, drums of war could be heard.
Scene 24, the graveyard.
That's Titan Cause army. I'd bet my life on it.
Get the rogue to the sepulchral.
We did just that. Now you two head in. We'll protect this sepul thingy.
Wait. I want to come in. But I'm smart enough to know I can't.
Khulgar and Rhoswen embrace.
Khulgar, I need you to know something. Well, two things really. The gauntlet. No one has ever made it through alive. There are traps. And if I'm not absolutely silent, all of the traps will go off at once. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. That Anaax is going with you.
What? No, it's too dangerous.
Yes, he told me. Because of your fingers speak. He's going to help you.
If you'll have me.
You don't know.
That's just it, though. I do know.
All right. But no one else can follow. Promise me. Promise.
Promise.
Give me a minute to make sure it's safe. And then follow me in.
What was the other thing? You said there were two things.
That I love you. Give me a moment, Anaax, and then follow me down.
Is that the first time she said it to you, lad?
Besides my mother, that's the first time anyone has said it to me.
The ground is frozen. How did they ever...
Kytius the permafrost.
You will find that one is lost when they Anaax, give her a minute, then make sure she doesn't get lost down there. She's too important. The rest of you stay within sight of me.
The companions took up defensive positions around the sepulchral.
Scene 25, the gauntlet.
Why am I wanting you here? Here's my space, I am safe and I'm tucked away. What is this longing for home? I thought I was safe, just living my one-man show. Now I reach to find your hand, falling deep, I'm torn. Do I try to let you in, or do I stay the course? Deep in the part of my heart that I left on the floor. You are the You have no answers or keys. Nothing is missing, so why am I finding hope? Who is it I want to be? Someone who leads or someone who needs you now? Take me in, just let it go. I'm not what I used to be. I hold my own, now hold me too. With you I'm safe as me. Deep in this yearning I see myself learning to try you on. Giving in faster but still looking after the storm. Fear is what bleeds from the past. You are the lighthouse that beckons me safely to shore. You are the more. Here I am facing what could be the end. I've never been scared of losing before. With nothing to lose, there is nothing to leave behind. No one to say goodbye. No reason to wonder why, but could there be more? Deep in this yearning I see myself learning to try you on. Always in hiding, still what am I fighting this for? Fear is what bleeds from the past. You are the part of my heart that I left on the floor. You are the more. You are the
There's the sound of someone coming.
Khulgar?
Rhoswen, I need to tell you something.
What?
I
Just say it, Anaax.
You're pregnant
What?
with twins.
Follow the path until the twins. Why are you telling me this now?
Because you need to know. You deserve to know.
How do you know for sure?
Magic.
I see. Well, this changes nothing. As soon as we step into that room, just follow my instructions and take care of Khulgar if I... From here on out, only thieves can.
With that, she entered the first test.
Rhoswen choreographically makes her way through the gauntlet. The choreography isn't meant to be perfect technique, but evasive. The intent is not to set off the traps. After each trap, she knows Anaax, the number of each, 1 to 12. Eventually, she makes it through all of them, and retrieving the amulet of Katara. It is then, when her guard is down, that she triggers a 13th trap. A click of a pressure plate is heard. Silence, but for the beating of Rhoswen's heart. Anaax is frozen.
It's a pressure plate trap. Anaax, listen very carefully. You have to come here and disarm the trap.
I can't. Not that one.
You have to. Or I die. We die
I failed a trap like this before. He died. I'm a screw up. I'm not like you.
It's a good thing that you're not like me.
You're brave. You're strong.
Anaax, look at what I'm about to tell you. This is all my fault.
No, you made it past all of the traps. You've gone further than anyone else ever has. Twice.
No. Not the gauntlet. Everything. I'm the one that killed Titan Car's son, and I made the amulet stronger. I'm the one who basically gave Titan Car the amulet.
But why?
His son, Morcar, was a powerful sorcerer, a cruel man, and my lover. He forced me to go through the gauntlet against my will, and it was his powerful magic that saved me in this very room. I killed him, and I destroyed his body, so his soul is trapped within the amulet. But I left the amulet where it lay, and Titan Car found it and he took it.
This is your doing.
Yes. Now please, help me take it back from those who should never have had it in the first place. Anaax, please save me. Save the lives of our children.
Anaax makes his way with haste through the remaining traps that are mostly disarmed. After a moment, he chooses to take Rhoswen's place. Rhoswen exits, leaving Anaax alone. Then, Khulgar enters, taking hits from the remaining traps. He picks up Anaax, shields him, and is hit by the final trap. Scene 26. The graveyard. Khulgar, carrying Anaax, enters.
You made it! Wait, is Khulgar okay?
I'm fine. I just need to rest.
You really can take twice as much abuse as other people.
It's a good thing you dismantled most of those traps, otherwise. Thank you, big guy.
We are a team.
We stick together.
No matter what.
I think I have access to new spells. What? Sometimes you if you have a life experience and, well, as a result, you grow a little, magically speaking. It's odd, I know, but yeah. I'm going to sit and learn some new spells, and every time I learn one, you'll probably hear a little music.
Oh, congratulations. Can I speak to Rhoswen alone, big guy? It'll only be a moment. Yeah? Rhoswen, I can't thank you enough. You are so incredibly valuable to the team, and I'm sorry I ever doubted you. When I think of how I treated you in the past, I just can't face it. I'm sorry.
Kytius, what is it you can't face?
Excuse me?
Got one!
I said, what is it you can't face?
Got another!
Say it slowly.
Kytius, what?
Yes?
Is it
good
you
with you so far
can't face?
Right there!
This is easy!
I don't think you're saying what you think you're saying.
What am I saying?
You don't want to know.
Hey, guys. We're not.
Khulgar hears whispers no one else does.
God, those are not your friends.
What? We're not what?
They hate you, Khulgar. They fear you.
Khulgar?
Khulgar, they want you dead.
No.
Subdue them, Khulgar. Show them that you are the strongest.
Khulgar, with great speed, knocks out Anaax and throws Eris to the ground, knocking the wind out of her. He then grabs Rhoswen so she can't move. Kytius, not wanting to hurt his friend, hesitates. Through the following scene, unintelligible whispers are heard. except for the name Khulgar.
Whoa, easy does it, big guy. What's happening?
Khulgar, you're hurting me.
Princess Eris. Such a pleasure to finally meet you.
Greymark has stepped out of the shadows and quickly holds Eris at sword point. Titan Khar enters, flanked by them both.
Who knew it would be so easy to subdue the companions? I thought it would take far more, but leave it to Greymark here to come up with a plan. He was the one, after all, that planned the attack against you all those years ago, Princess. But sadly, you weren't around.
What?
There were 13 of us that night, Princess.
Lucky number 13. Come on. Surely you didn't think I would only send in 12.
I've been waiting a very long time for this, Princess.
Put down the weapon, Kytius. There is nothing you can do. With a mere nod, Khulgar here will kill young Miss Rhoswen. He was always my favorite thrall. I'm happy to have him back under my control, after all these years apart.
He would rather die.
And who would kill him? You, Rhoswen? Mind you, you have been known to kill your lovers in the past.
Morcar deserved to die.
Morcar was my son! Now, give me his final resting place.
She doesn't.
Khulgar, squeeze the life from her.
Khulgar starts to squeeze.
Wait! Give them the amulet!
Too late. I'll just take it from her corpse. Samara, my boon was that you two were to follow my command until the day I die. Prove to me that you will do as I say. Kill Kytius Westwind.
With that, Samara comes on strong. Kytius plays defense, looking for holes. There are none.
Greymark, kill her.
Can I make her suffer?
Do what you will. I got what I came for.
Greymark's sword pierces Eris' stomach. She gasps.
Eris!
That's a gut wound, milady. You're already dead. You just don't know it yet.
Kytius is fighting for his life. Anaax starts to stir.
Greymark, kill the bard.
Greymark makes his way to Anaax, leans over him and says,
Always loved a good coup de grace.
Hey, Greymark! I have 2 words for you. Murder punch!
Murder punch? What's a... Murder punch?
Khulgar.
That's not my name.
Chaos erupts as Khulgar breaks free of the spell. Kytius fights with renewed vigour. Khulgar goes after Titan Khar without thought or weapon as Eris makes it to her feet to battle Greymark. Titan Khar's blade strikes Khulgar but does little good against the raging big man. But Titan Khar is too fast.
You made a big mistake. You should have killed me quick. By the 12!
Eris charges Greymark. In the meantime, Rhoswen slips by Titan Khar and takes out his hamstring, causing him to collapse. She slips into the shadows and is lost from sight. The battle continues on. Gareth and Anaax are locked in a physical struggle until...
Greymark, Moonblood, Greymark. Ah!
Gareth, Samara, protect me.
With that order, them both stop and turn and reset either side of Titan Khar. The companions wary, they watch. Then, on a hunch, Kytius sheathes the sword. Samara smiles and nods and grabs Titan Khar by the throat.
What are you doing? You are under my command until the day I die.
Today is the day you die.
Then both finish off Titan Khar. They turn and exit. The companions are left in stunned silence. Eris collapses.
Eris!
I'm fine. I just need to rest here.
War drums can be heard.
Kytius, she won't last the night. And the drums have changed. They know something's up.
Khulgar,
I can't lift her. He can barely walk himself. Don't make him.
You go. I'll cover your retreat.
Kytius Westwind never retreats. All right.
And Eris Boulderrock never cares what Kytius Westwind says.
I am not leaving you.
Yeah, you are. Besides, you're no fun to be around.
I shouldn't have brought you along.
Yeah, you should have. You needed me for the foretelling. For her. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I'll come back.
No, you won't. There won't be nothing to come back to. Go! And make sure the elf takes care of the big guy.
Where is she? Rhoswen! Rhoswen!
Kytius, we have to go. Rhoswen will catch up.
Sounds can be heard as the scouts approach.
Kytius!
They limp off together, Khulgar leaning on Anaax for support.
I know you're there.
Slipping from the shadows.
How did you know?
Does it matter?
I guess not.
Do what you're gonna do and get it over with.
For what it's worth. I'm sorry.
Rhoswen raises the dagger and stabs Eris as the light snaps to black.
Rhoswen eventually caught up to the remaining companions without a word. They walked in silence until Khulgar could walk no more. The physical pain was nothing to him. It was not the pain of his wounds that brought him to his knees, but the pain in his heart.
Scene 27. The road to Khazz.
Hold up for a moment.
Where did you go? After the fight with Titan Car, with Eris?
I waited until I knew that you had it all under control. I covered our tracks and led the Orc army away from us. Without a leader, they should disband soon enough.
That was quick thinking on your part.
Thank you. We should rest here for a bit. But then, what's the plan?
It was there the whole time.
What?
It was there the whole time. He will find that one is lost. When they stepped the permafrost, the prophecy told me that she was going to die, and I never listened.
It was a foretelling.
It was a prophecy!
But you said...
I know what I said! I lied, okay? It was a prophecy. I had the chance to finally be with the woman I love.
But the price.
She said nothing about that price!
Kytius, the price of a prophecy is the life of someone you love.
Eris paid it. For my selfishness, Eris paid it.
I don't know who I am. I'm the man with no plan.
Kytius.
Look into my eyes. Kytius, look at me. She chose her own destiny.
And it's always been a roll of the dice. It's a flip of the coin. It's a punch to the head. It's a...
Don't. She wanted adventure because it's all she knew. She wanted to be here with you and your crew, knowing that death could come out of the blue. And yet she stayed, and I do too. She believed in you.
It's a roll of the dice. It's a flip of the coin. Death is always a chance. Every battle there's joy.
Circles of hell, to the astral plane, to the sunless citadel. We've made it this far, and it's all thanks to her. Let our battle cry sound as our enemies stand.
next weeks back to Khazz were a slow go. Their wounds healed over time, but the scars would stay forever. Along the way, they heard tales of dozens of marauding orcs laying waste to villages. Another about how 13 men had killed the infamous Titan Car out of vengeance, while still another said that it was one lone dwarven fighter that had single-handedly defeated the orc army, her axe scything through the enemies like a crescent moon covered in deep crimson. Moonblood, they called it. Kytius had sent word ahead to Khazz of their imminent arrival with the amulet. A runner had returned with instructions to meet with a particular someone that would help smuggle them into the city. For Khazz was now on lockdown. There was something amiss within those walls, and Kytius was determined not to be taken unaware.
Scene 28. Off the beaten path inn. En-PeaSee is discovered alone, reading his adventures scroll.
You're working late, En-PeaSee.
I never stop working.
What happened to your limp and lisp?
Come, a great hero like you. You had to know I was more than I appeared.
Actually, the more I learn, I realize how little I know. Are you my contact?
What's the password?
You tell me. The city is on lockdown. Why?
The Queen is scared of the Whispermen. They are getting closer and closer to her. In fact, they've gravely wounded some visiting dignitaries not 3 nights past. That is why the city is under martial law. She doesn't know who to trust. Your arrival with the amulet could have happened at a more opportune moment. It's only a matter of time before they get to her.
Before you get to her, you mean?
You are astute.
Tell me why.
Why would we, commit treason? Come, Kytius, you can't be that slow. With the amulet, there will be no stopping the Queen. First, it's securing the borders. Then it's cluster camps ripe for a pandemic. Then it's the invading our enemies before they invade us. And on, until there's no one standing but her. Who stands up when there is no one left?
Me.
Then why not stand up now and save the lives of thousands? Why not be the hero you claim to be?
And LaFrena? She's just a child.
That child was the one that took out 3 of our best. Not everything is what it seems, Kytius.
How do I know that you're telling the truth?
Where do you think your 1,000,000 gold pieces were going to come from? Surely she wouldn't empty the kingdom's coffers to give you such a sum. She is either
going to kill us or pay us from the plunder of other nations.
Either answer tells you what she is. Now go. We can get you into the castle. The rest is up to you. And Kytius, the password is potato.
Kytius received his instructions and headed back to the remaining companions. Something here didn't seem right, but what was it? Upon his return to the companions, he'd simply stated,
"Tomorrow, we battle."
As promised, the informant secreted the companions into the seemingly abandoned keep, their footsteps echoing down stark, empty hallways. Occasionally, the sound of patrols could be heard in the distance.
Scene 29. Inside the keep. The choke point.
Here. I'll stay here. This is the closest we're going to find to a choke point leading to the throne room. If I'm going to hold anyone off, this is the spot.
This should inspire and give some advantage. It's just a little something I recently learned.
Thank you.
I hate this, splitting the party.
Do you, though? Because it seems like you do it a lot.
It's actually more of a guideline than a rule, but... Oh, and here.
What's this?
Your dagger.
Take a closer look, my friend.
Well, I'll be...
You stole your own dagger back?
You stole something from me, big guy.
No, I didn't. I swear.
Yeah, you did. but I don't want it back.
She kisses Khulgar on the cheek and disappears into the shadows.
Talking about her heart, big guy.
Oh. Well, she has mine. So I think we're even.
Come on. We have to move.
Scene 30. The throne room. The companions enter the throne room. It is empty.
There is seriously something wrong here.
LaFrena enters in haste and stops when she sees the companions.
Kytius, thank goodness you are here. The agents of the Wisp-women are everywhere. We don't know who to trust. Where's Rhoswen?
Watching our retreat. Where is the Queen now?
In her chambers.
They know we're here, Kytius.
Go. We'll take care of these.
My hero.
LaFrena kisses Kytius on the cheek and exits.
Well, it got very loud in here when you entered. We don't need to do this. You can walk away now and no one gets hurt.
Not on your life.
I'll take your construction with you. I was hoping you'd say that. You sure you want blades?
You ever wield a lute in battle? Besides, I have a few new polymorph spells to use.
Oh, sheep?
Sheep.
The battle begins as the scene changes to Rhoswen. LaFrena enters. Scene 31. The choke point.
Rhoswen, I have always been a fan of yours. Your work is always so clean and precise. You don't leave any evidence of how you do what you do. It's not like my work at all. Mine can be very messy. You specialize in thievery. I specialize in death.
LaFrena comes in hard with her blades flashing, getting a feel for Rhoswen's defences. Rhoswen parries, but just barely.
I studied you, you know.
Attack.
Your every move.
Attack.
Artemis loved you.
Attack.
But I hated you.
Attack.
Because I wanted to be you.
Attack.
He died alone, you know. At the hands of his greatest student.
Attack.
But I am Lanfear, the daughter of Night.
LaFrena raises her blades up high. She suddenly gasps and falls to the ground. Standing directly behind her is Eris, moonblood in hand.
It worked! But it hurt like a bugger. I don't know what was worse, that gut wound or that damnable troll's blood coursing through my veins. How did you know it would work?
I didn't, but I liked you enough to try.
And you didn't like me enough to care if it killed me?
You were on your way out anyway. I would have just sped up the process a bit.
Do the boys know?
No, I didn't want to give them hope.
Well, let's you and I give them a little hope, shall we?
Let's you and I unsplit this party.
The team was whole again, even though most of them had no idea. The men were outnumbered and fighting for their lives.
Scene 32. Keep hallway. The sound of sheep.
You got any more of them polymorph spells?
I'm all out!
Eris and Rhoswen enter, cutting through and chasing off the opponents. All three just stop and stare.
By the 12. Eris!
Who else, you big oaf?
Eris!
Khulgar rushes and picks up Eris in a big bear hug. The others join.
Put me down, you big Goliath. Our work isn't done yet.
Now, let's go see to our queen, shall we?
The Queen's chambers is this way. Do you know that an anagram for the word anagram is a grammar?
Feeling better.
I can tell.
Eris was right. There was still work to do, but the companions were now whole, and no one could stop them. Everything was put right, hearts mended in an instant, open wounds faded as if they never were. The companions felt more powerful than ever before.
Scene 33. The Queen's antechamber. The companions make it to the Queen's chamber where she's surrounded. And
well met, Kytius.
There has been enough bloodshed this night, Your Majesty.
Agreed.
Good. I propose that we do this the old-fashioned way, your champion against our champion. One last and final fight to the death. You can choose anyone you like.
Anyone I like? Very well. It shall be a magically binding agreement.
Page 144.
Yep. Sorry.
Very exciting, this part. Very tense. Very intense.
Choose me, Kytius.
Are you sure, Khulgar? Is this what you want?
I fight for the companions, and I fight for all of Khazz.
I suppose I shouldn't let my ego get in the way. I don't envy their champion.
I choose you, Kytius Westwind.
I didn't mean...
Well, then you should have chosen your words more carefully, Master Westwind.
I won't.
You must.
The amulet. You have it. How? When LaFrena hugged me.
Kytius, I don't want to.
I know, big guy, neither do I.
Khulgar, look at me. Murder punch.
It's too late. The power of the amulet is too strong.
The lights change. Kytius and Khulgar try and fight the magic, but it's impossible. Their attacks are clumsy at first.
I can't fight it, Kytius.
I know.
I'm trying to think. Subdue!
Me too, big guy.
They attack each other with more finesse now. They come together. Kytius's blade pierces the side of Khulgar. Khulgar! Khulgar drags Kytius closer to him, ignoring the wound, then throws him to the ground.
I'm sorry, my friend.
Time stops. Sorshala Ethereal steps forward, a bloody wound in her side.
Sorshala, what's happening? You're hurt.
We don't have much time. Kytius, listen to me. This is the future I saw.
What?
For us to be together, Khulgar must die.
No!
That's why I told you. You could not pay the price. Why I left you. You sealed his fate when you made your foretelling a prophecy. I wanted to save you from the pain of losing him, but the price must be paid.
The price wasn't Eris. It was Khulgar.
Exactly.
No. No, Sorshala, don't make me choose you or him. I can't do it. I can't.
You already have.
What if I don't pay the price?
The price must be paid.
Sorshala. Then all will be as he desires, his heart fulfilled when he acquires, and when he does, he pays the cost. The one he loves will then be lost. A price must be paid. I know what to do.
Time snaps back.
You don't have to die if I do.
No!
Kytius stands up and with difficulty spreads his arms wide.
What are you doing? Fight him!
Khulgar, look at me. Look me in the eye. I can't hold off the magic much longer. Do it. Do it. Save the kingdom. Save yourself. Be with Rhoswen. A price must be paid.
I can't.
You can. You must. Look at me. Look at me, Khulgar. I love you, my friend.
No! Khulgar runs Kytius through. The queen is surprised and falls to the ground defeated. Khulgar falls to the ground, holding Kytius.
We need a healer. He's been critically hit.
No. Stay with me, Kytius. Stay with me.
Thank you.
You saved my life. Now I took yours.
You saved my life to save thousands.
Thank you.
Tell Sorshala some prices are too big to pay. Okay. Tell her I...
Kytius!
Kytius Westwind was laid to rest, with his culture's traditional burial rites at the direction of his longtime friend and companion, Princess Eris Steadyrock of the Dwarven Kingdom.
I hear the water calling you, calling your name, whispering it's time, time to ascend and end your game, time to leave the world behind. I feel the fire beckoning you, warming your heart, embracing your soul, blazing a trail for you to start, blazing your path to pay the toll. Kytius, a hero of old, his nerves of steel, his heart of gold. And now you pay the ferryman's price, coins to be paid, shepherding your soul, cross to a place where you need no blade, across to a place where there's no dice to
Scene 34. The Queen's balcony overlooking Khazz. Eris and Rhoswen join Aasira.
I want to thank you all for everything you have done and the sacrifices you have made. Khazz is forever in your debt. I don't know if there are words to bring you peace. If there were, I would say them now. But for the moment, I will just sit with you in your sorrow and tell you that should you need anything, anything at all any of you need do is ask.
Tell me about what happens with the Queen.
She will be tried for treason and, I suspect, found guilty. She was drawing up plans to attack neighbouring countries with the amulet.
That bloody amulet. Nothing but trouble.
What will you do now?
I have to head back to the Elven Kingdom and answer to a certain Caravan. Anaax will go his own way.
And you?
Well, we're gonna take it easy for a while. Khulgar is in rough shape and his wounds will need some time to heal. After that, there's someone we need to locate.
Someone I can help you find?
No. This is our own quest. For this, we have to go off the beaten path. We have to go our own way.
They hand her the ring.
Khulgar.
Why me?
It reminds him too much of Kytius. It brings him nothing but pain.
I would be honoured.
She puts on the ring.
Before we go, one question. What will you do now that you're the Queen of Karsus?
We will rebuild our reputation both inside and outside of these walls. We will do so by fighting for those oppressed and righting the wrongs that benefited only my sister and the nobility. And I will weep for a sister I loved very much. Do you hear that?
A gust of wind is all that could be heard.
That, my friends, is the sound of peace.
The end. Scene 35C, post-bow scene, a dungeon. The curtain opens, we hear fighting off stage as a guard watching the prisoners gets to his feet.
Who are you?
A young Kytius enters.
The question isn't who am I, but rather what I am.
Then what are you?
I'm your one chance at leaving alive.
You're a bit full of yourself, aren't you?
What's your name?
Elric Greymark. It's right here on the uniform.
Well, Elric Greymark, it's right there on the uniform. Your hilt is recently wrapped in new leather, and when you move, you have to check where your sword is.
So?
So, a competent swordsman knows that a sword is an extension of the body. When was the last time you had to check where your foot was? Go. And I promise not to kill you. Leave the keys.
Why? They're just slaves.
And you're just a guard. We're all just something. In fact, you're just about to die. Good. Oh, that's a nice little dagger. I'll take that, thank you.
Kytius opens the prison.
Hi, big guy. I'm Kytius.
Curtain.
Thank you so very much, my friends. I forgot to unmute. Thank you for bearing with us through our technical difficulties, and thank you so very much for sticking around for Off the Beaten Path, a staged, or not even staged, a first read, as you could probably tell. The actors will come out in a few minutes. No obligation to stay. I know Eric Wigston has an event that he needs to get to. Thank you so very much, Eric, for your incredible rendition of Anaax. We adore you completely. Mwah! I love you. I love you, my friend. Just so you know, Eric Wigston was the composer for a number of Anaax's songs, including The Bear with No Hair, How Do You Want to Do This, and another version, or another song called La Diddy Hey, which you did not get to hear tonight. So we love you. You are our Anaax, and we adore you for it. So I will answer the Q&As. So, Anonymous Attendee, which is an amazing name, Anonymous, are all of the characters ones you played in D&D? Yes and no. Eris, Kytius, Khulgar, and Anaax are all my characters, but Rhoswen is my wife's character. My wife is Take No Prisoners, Lone Wolf, Bulldozer, and that's very much like Rhoswen. So yes, I did play Kytius. Was my first character that I played over 25 years ago. You don't look old enough to have a character that's 25 years old. Thank you so very much for that. I'm just assuming you never mind, doesn't matter. But yes, I'm going to stop the recording. Great.